Welcome to the first draft. It's the show where we make it up as we go along. Clearly, we play Dungeons and Dragons, and I lost my train of thought. Yes.
Yeah.
So just to recap, what I was saying when we were muted was we are down 2 players today. Andy and Michelle are currently represented by our sweet, lovable 2-headed dragon that we haven't named yet. I don't think.
It's Andy and Michelle.
Andy and Michelle. Somebody think of a good portmanteau for Andy and Michelle real quick. Mandy. Mandel. Mandel. Howie. We can call him Howie. No, Mandel's better. Mandel is taking the place of Michelle and Andy.
How? Oh, now I'm getting. Sorry, Howie really threw my brain.
I'm so sorry. We can. Howie's going in the trash.
Get Howie out of here.
Howie, get out of here. But yeah, so it's just going to be 3 players today. Michelle's going to be out for a couple weeks probably. She's dealing with some work schedule conflicts that will be resolved probably very soon. Andy's not feeling well, so send some A's in the chat for Andy.
A's for Andy.
Multiple A's. Make it look like you're screaming in the chat for Andy.
Scream at Andy, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And then the last thing that I talked about while I was muted was we are still working on the rebrand for the channel. We will no longer be Second Winds anymore. But what will we be?
Who knows?
Tune in like a couple weeks to find out. And I get to compliment Sarah again. Sarah's been working really hard on a new logo and some new banner art for the channel. That is fantastic. I was looking at it a few minutes ago. Said the same thing when I was muted, but I was looking at it a few minutes ago. It's fantastic. It's so good. I'm really excited for everybody. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Hyper realism.
Multiple levels. Yes. Yeah.
Incredible.
You look at it and you're like, whoa, is that a photo?
Is it 3D?
Is that a photo?
It's coming right at me.
Is that a photo of a logo that I'm looking at right now? But yeah, it's really fantastic. Cannot wait to share it with you. Coming real soon. Yes. That's what I was talking shit about font licensing right before we got told that our stream was muted.
So we fully caught up now.
Yeah, we're caught up now.
Yes.
Yes. Shout out to Akitori for telling us that our stream is muted. First time chat, way to use it.
Incredible.
Yes, but that's it.
Wow.
That's it. That's the stream.
That's it?
That's the stream. That's the stream.
Yeah, goodbye. Oh,
Goodbye.
jeez.
That is it for announcements. You ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow.
Wow.
You waited a long time for that. I'm so proud of you. Holding out so long.
Just working
Over a
on your
year of
skills.
playing, but now we're board ready.
Yeah. Oh wait, were you reborn ready? Born again
Wow.
ready.
Born again ready.
Yeah. I was just picturing little baby you like with these dice doing like curls like
Practicing the.
like the correct. Oh jeez.
That's why you have those little tiny dice still.
Yeah.
There's an elderly dice master standing over
Oh
little
yeah,
Sarah.
Yeah. You could choke a toddler on those easy.
Oh no. Oh jeez.
Yeah. So D&D. Quick recap because it's been a couple weeks. You had been on the island of Calcia Cove.
Sounds like a cereal.
A cereal? Calcia Cove.
You know.
It sounds like
Chocolate crunch.
No, I'm getting yes, but also yeah.
But what are you getting, Paul?
Anyway, it's a whole rabbit hole. We don't
Yep.
need. I had like.
Let's get through this.
Yes,
intro.
we gotta get through. We gotta get through the intro. So.
We cannot enter Paul's twisted mind right now.
Ooh, it's crazy in there.
The twists.
Yeah, but you had been in Calcia Cove to refit your ship that you had stolen as a pirate ship. You had dubbed your ship, if I recall correctly, the Shimmy. Yes. The or just Shimmy. Just Shimmy. No
I
articles.
think it should have the because it's
You don't want to get it confused with its namesake,
yeah,
Shimmy.
because Shimmy is its own entity.
The Kraken, the adolescent Kraken that you had befriended.
The boat.
I love that.
Yes.
So you had dubbed your new boat Shimmy parentheses, the boat, and you had dubbed your pirate crew officially the Brass Circlet after the name of the mercenaries that you had defeated in the pre-stream era.
Free stream era.
Is a very deep cut. Only real fans know
Oh,
because they're sitting at the table.
Yeah.
So yeah, you named yourselves the Brass Circlet, a name sure to strike fear in the hearts of those on the high seas.
Brass is a terrifying element.
Aren't they worried about it?
And
tarnishing?
circlets is the scariest shape you can
Oh,
see.
jeez. Circles get him
Circlet.
away.
The sea's really salty. Aren't they worried about oxidation and like damage to the bread?
Circlet isn't the greatest shape to float on water.
Sink right to the bottom. You had named your ship and your crew. The crew, speaking of which, that you recruited last session, 8 new crew members, I believe, that you recruited, which brought your total crew, other than yourselves, up to 10. So you're now successfully able to operate your ship and navigate the seas independently as you wish. You met all of the crew members. You had a nice little, introductory sequence where you learned fun facts about everybody, about your crew.
Wrote it all down here.
Yeah,
Oh,
you brought them to Shimmy the boat, and you feasted. You had a night of revelry and fun and music that started off with a little, maybe a few flubbed notes by Saoirse, but it, recovered. And you got to know your crew, and you settled in for the night. Now, previously in the day, you had also accepted a couple quests that you agreed to take on. So one of those was for a man named Padden, who had been cursed by a jilted ex-lover to only be able to breathe water. And now wears a fishbowl on his head full of seawater. He recruited you to track down his former partner, the great Swindili, and to get him to reverse the curse and also maybe help patch things over a little bit.
They had a budding romance.
Yeah,
and Padden
maybe.
really cares.
They were not good for each other.
It doesn't sound like it.
But you agreed to help track down the Great Swindili and try to make things right. You also had accepted a task from the owner and operator of the inn at Calcia Cove, Poppy, to go track down some booze that had gone missing, a shipment of rare alcohol that had gone missing along with the ship on the high seas near a craggy outcropping known as Umberlee's Knuckles. And then I believe there is one more. Am I misremembering? I have it in my notes. But it's fun. It's more fun if I make you all tell me.
Wait a second. So we've
Wait, what?
mentioned poppies. We've mentioned the guy with the pattern.
Mm-hmm. That may have been it. That may have been.
I feel like there was something.
There was. I think there was one more. There was.
I feel like it's related to me too, but I can't. Something about Umberlee's Knuckles, maybe.
That was the booze shipment.
Okay, that was the booze shipment.
I think that was it actually.
Oh, Sweepy's friend.
Oh, Sweepy's friend. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes, you had recruited another crew member that Bryce had summarily knocked out in the fight club atop over a barrel.
The respect.
Yeah, it earned his respect. Sweepy, this little, it started as kind of a little shit, turned into a more of a
friend.
A more friendly shit. And Sweepy, you took him in as a crew member, and he confided in you that the reason that he had been wanting to become a pirate and that he'd been wanting to prove his strength in the fight was because he wanted to get brought in by a crew so he could go rescue one of his former crew members. He had been on a different ship previously that had been assaulted by some breakwaters, and everybody on the ship had died except for him and one other survivor. and he was able to escape the island and was trying to get help to go back and save his crewmate and friend. And so he asked you, and Bryce, you agreed to help him. And he said that he needed to navigate to a specific island.
Donner's Arch.
Donner's Arch, that's the one. Needed to go to Donner's Arch to go rescue his crew member. So, those are all of the side quests you've accepted, but your larger, broader goal here is you're trying to get to the pirate island of Testudia so that you can parlay with the pirate queen herself and request her help in tracking down Bryce's father, ultimately, right? I think that's still the end goal here. So, with all of that in mind, you are now on your ship. You had turned in for the night, and you are now rising the next morning. Sunlight is peering through the portholes in the side of the ship, for those of you who are lucky enough to have them. You are now coming to wake up to the new morning, the smell of salty air and brine filling your nostrils, and maybe a little bit of stale alcohol from the mess in the from the party that was not quite cleaned up the night before.
That's right, because we sea shantied.
You did. So, what would you like to do?
I don't know. I mean, I think I'm gonna wake up and try to find. I'm gonna try and find Gemini, because I want to be trying to act captainy, and the only person I can think of in this moment who I can act captainy too, but also maybe low-key learn some captainy things from is Gemini.
Okay.
So
Yeah, Gemini is. You find Gemini up on the, we'll say, the quarterdeck, the top of the ship. They're laid out, just looking up at the sky, looking up at the morning clouds go by. They've got like a
so cool.
metal mug, tin kind of mug sitting next to them, slowly steaming with some hot coffee in it, and they're just kind of sitting there pondering. They look up and say, "Oh, hey Bryce, how's it going?"
Hello, Gemini.
Hello, Bryce.
So, which of the morning duties are you up to?
I already had my morning duty. I'm just looking at the.
Gosh,
Looking at
that's
the
so
clouds.
funny too. The morning tasks.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think they wrapped up the painting this morning, of the ship. They added the parentheses, the ship, to the end of
Good,
Shimmy, like you had asked. Yeah.
Good. I wouldn't want Shimmy being offended.
No, of course not. Of course not. Shimmy is, you said.
And I'm pulling out the clicker again. He's the Kraken that responds to this clicker I got.
Oh, right. The Kraken. Sure.
Yeah, the one the whole boat's named after.
Yeah.
And that's why there's like the Kraken trimming. Is there the little?
Yeah. You can see now there's the little like filigree, or not really filigree, but like tracery around the edge of the boat. Yeah, they are wrapping up. You see, I think I had actually said last episode that they had finished, but whatever, they're finishing now. They're adding the last little lettering to the side of the boat.
Putting a clear coat on it.
Yeah. They're putting a clear coat to really lock it in.
Yeah, seal in the color.
But yeah. So I mean, it depends on what does the captain want to do. We're ultimately bound for the Celestial Plinth, are we not?
Yes.
So we can find the location of Testudia, but you're the captain. I take your orders. Where would you like to go?
So we're currently at Calcia Cove, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and yes, you have the map out. There is the map that I sent in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
You would like to peruse it. It has all the locations we've discussed.
Okay. We have a few extra stops we now need to make. As someone with a bit of experience aboard a ship, who all do I need to tell about that?
Well, I think.
Do I need to tell anybody?
I think you need to tell most people on the ship. I mean, people swabbing the decks and just the typical deckhand may not need to know exactly, but I think everyone would appreciate knowing what the plan is.
That's a good idea.
See, and again, you run your ship the way you want to, but I would encourage you, think about your crew here as sort of a type of family, right?
Okay.
Everybody wants to be doing the same thing, working together, right? And it's best when everybody knows exactly what the big picture is. Maybe not, they don't need to know like all of the ins and the outs, but they need to know, well, where are we going? Maybe a general reason of why we're going
So
there.
the crew's like all of my children.
And
And
maybe
I'm their parent.
You could think about it that way. I'm getting that this is maybe not the healthiest way.
No,
to think about
I
it.
think this makes a lot of sense
Okay,
to me. I know
okay.
families.
Okay, well, perfect. I mean, if that's what you're comfortable with, think about it that way.
Yeah, okay.
But think about it like if you're going on a trip with your parents and you don't know where you're going, you don't know when you'll get there.
It's a really fun surprise.
But what's the first thing you think of as soon as you get told we're going somewhere?
As soon as I get to the place
No.
we're going?
As soon as you set out.
As soon as they set out. Oh boy, I can't wait to figure out where we're going.
How about exactly? Now, consider what if you could die every single second of the time that you're going there? Would you like to know when you're going to get there, what might be out there, and where you're going at that point?
I get that. I see that because on the way here, I was really wanting to get to Port to Shone really quickly and things, and okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
That
in the
makes
same
more
way,
sense.
the crew's going to want to know generally where you're going, when you expect to get there, what the possible dangers are, and that's the other thing. I mean, crews have a lot of specialties. They may be able to help you out in the event that some of those dangers happen.
Okay. I have. Thank you. I got it. And I'm gonna start walking away. And be like, I got it. Thank you. You'll hear back from me in some minutes.
I can't wait to hear the news.
Thank you. And I'm gonna start heading off to try and find these two to make a route.
To wake me up.
Yes.
Before you go.
If they're awake, if they're asleep, then I am waking them up.
I think I'm in is it a galley where the kitchen is?
Sure, let's call it a galley.
I'm going.
It's not. The ship is not a galley, but
Yeah.
there is a galley on the ship.
Rand is in the galley
Okay.
finding coffee and then finding the sugar and then putting all the sugar into the coffee.
Okay.
Not all
so
of it, but
scooping sugar and then drizzling some
yeah.
coffee on top. Yeah. Okay.
Just like a good sludge mixture.
Yeah.
Just like
It looks like
Almost
motor
a
oil.
slushy.
Were you to know what motor oil looks like in this universe, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
You wake me up too.
I didn't know if there was more to this or not.
Oh, I thought you were going to like come find me. So
Great, okay.
This is what I'm doing when you find me.
I just wanted to make sure that was it.
I thought that was like an anticipatory sip. I didn't know.
Yeah, like because you're about to start saying something after it, but then okay, I'll bump into you. But do you know where Saoirse is? Oh, right. You're always weird in the morning. I'll be back. Walk away and start just knocking on every door because I don't know where Saoirse went to sleep. I feel like I'm literally knocking on every door until I find Saoirse.
Oh
So,
no!
I'm the captain.
One of the doors you knock on. There's not a ton of doors down here. It's mostly like there are some private rooms in here, but most of the crew sleeps in kind of a communal bunk area. Yes, exactly.
Oh, in hammocks?
Mhm.
Huzzah!
Yeah, it's like a regular old camping party down there, except it smells worse.
Yeah.
But you do knock on one door, and you hear Dana's voice come from it, and she says, "Not now. I'll be out soon.
Okay.
Get maybe like a day or two.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 3. We'll find out.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't know
Everything's
days
fine.
was soon, but okay.
A year maybe. I don't know.
Because I'm gonna take my knife and be like,
Yeah.
be like, don't worry
Yes,
about
bro.
the scratching sounds. I'm not trying to get in, and I want to take a dagger and carve like do not like enter.
Yeah, you don't mind my scratching sounds either. It's fine. It's fine. There's no problems. Everything's okay. Bye. Gotta go.
I trust that. I walk away after carving do not enter, as good as that looks.
Okay. Yeah.
And continue knocking until I find Saoirse.
Okay.
Sure. Saoirse wakes up and is like,
Hey, are you awake?
now I am, yeah.
Okay, great, fantastic. I was hoping to talk to you and Rand about like, and I don't know. I guess Traj, if we can find him, but I haven't seen him at all. About like where we're going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll meet you over. Rand's drinking coffee in the galley.
sounds
I'll
great.
meet you over there. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
So I'll meet them up in the gallery.
Okay.
How private is everyone up in the gallery right now?
There's
Okay.
tons of people. Yeah.
Okay.
Various other crew members are eating, drinking, starting their day.
I mean, that should be fine. I don't care. I'm gonna spread out a little map and be like, okay, so
You do have captain's quarters, by the way, on the ship.
let's go to the captain's quarters.
Roll it back up.
See that there's a distinct lack of milk going on. Be like, there's no point in being here. So go to captain's quarters. Round 2. Okay, so we're here, and Sweepy's friend is here
Where is Sweepy's friend?
on Donner's Arch.
Okay.
And it seems like the Breakwaters patrol that, and that's probably how their ship got all destroyed.
Yeah, that tracks.
And then the Celestial Plinth is there, but
What's there again?
that's how we figure out how to get to Test Studio.
Okay.
But Umberly's Knuckles is just past it. So I'm thinking if we just if we go to Donner's Arch and then just keep on going, avoid all those breakwater patrols and get to Umberly's Knuckles, then we can just circle back to the plinth.
Or we could go Knuckles, Celestial, Donner's, because do we have to go back to Calcia Cove to get the reward for all these things?
You would need to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we could go back here, get all the money so we can pay our crew, which we're definitely going to have to do at some point soon. And then we would have...
Yeah, you do have a little bit of money. Traj
okay.
had some money. I think
okay.
the rest of you have a little bit of dough
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
It'd be nice to get like at the end of everything, but
Yeah.
We kind of how much was the rough estimate of how much we needed to pay?
24 gold a day.
24 gold a day.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And so I think the way we'll do this is the start of every day, we'll do a couple things.
Mhm.
We're going to have some rolls if you're sailing to determine what happens that day. We're going to have everybody, whoever is paying the crew, pays the crew, and then we'll go about our business.
Is just for my own sake, is this trip going to cost more than what we have now?
Those are the conversations you're going to need to have.
So Rand is
This
like,
business,
well,
baby.
I mean, we do have a lot of gold right now, but if this takes a lot longer than we think, we would need more gold, and we would have to come back here to get it. But
Would I have any kind of idea how much time it would take to get between these islands, or is it just like looking at a map?
Roll a survival check.
how much
That's a
gold?
one.
Wow.
No idea.
it's not even cost.
Yeah,
You have
not
no
done.
idea. Not without help could you figure out how long these trips are going to be.
Is there a
Have you
key
tell
for
how-
the map?
Yeah, there's a legend,
Okay.
but
Rand wants to try it to see.
it gives you miles, but
What's that?
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's a 2.
which fits because
That's my job.
I was gonna say I
Was
don't think
it?
Rand would have any idea how
thought that
long
was-
nautical
Oh,
navigation is
my
gonna
bad.
take.
Wait. Oh. Oh yeah, no. Yep.
But-
Yep.
Yeah.
There's my D20. Yep.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, but so, I mean,
Yep.
Bryce, you do know you could probably talk to Gemini or Black Eye or somebody, a more established pirate who has been on these seas a lot. They would be able to tell you
Okay. Yeah.
expected travel times for some of these trips.
Could I poke my head out the door and see if someone nearby that looks piratey enough?
Roll perception.
Yeah, I was about to
check.
say that could be truly up to
We'll
whatever
see who you
standard
see
you
based
wanna.
on how well you roll it.
Piratey enough.
Oh, so close to a 19. Perception though
Yeah.
is a 15.
A 15? Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
15?
Yeah, I mean, you see Gemini, you see Wellbrin is out there as well, the tattooed dwarf
Mhm.
lady.
Oh, I want to talk to Wellbrin again. Wellbrin already put me down a good path so far, so I'm gonna. Wellbrin,
Yes.
over here, come over here.
Okay.
In the captain's quarters. Into the captain's quarters.
Am I in trouble already?
No.
Okay. Good.
Have a question.
Okay.
And I'll
Wait,
pull her
did
in
you
there.
do something to get in trouble?
No,
with?
of
to
course
the-
not. Would never.
Point at the, and I trust that.
I'm rolling insight check call.
2.
Well,
You have no idea.
So how long would it take in total? And I want to like trace out the path that I mentioned, so, like going Calcia Cove to Donner's Arch to Umberlee's Knuckles to Celestial Plinth.
Okay.
How long would that total trip take if we ran into maybe one snag along the way?
Oh, one snag.
One snag.
Wow, you lucky sailor, you.
oh, how many snags
If
normally?
we need to
happen?
factor in a second snag, we'll factor in a second snag.
I mean, it's not too far out. None of that is going out to the deeper waters, so it should be relatively safe. The only thing I'd watch out for would be breakwaters.
Yeah, those are the snags I'm thinking of.
Right. So, Donna's Arch, Celestial Plinth, and then back is what you said.
What's to stop us from just
Ju-
finishing up work in Testudia and then picking all that up at the
And
end?
that's what I'm thinking.
Because some of this is like rescuing people, and we don't want to rescue people and then bring them on our adventure.
I mean, if we don't rescue them now, then they're gonna die.
Are they?
They don't have any food or any water or anything.
Are we doing a bit of rescuing? here?
Oh well, yeah. There's just like a couple of of the crew's friends that need to be rescued.
Okay. As long as the pay keeps coming in,
Mhm.
it's fine with me.
And so like not going back, just like getting to the Celestial Plinth. How
Sure.
long would that journey take?
Just to get to the Celestial Plinth would be, if you really got lucky on weather, 3 days, maybe 4.
Okay, that's not bad.
Shouldn't we rescue the thing first?
The what?
Who are we rescuing?
Sweepy's friend and also Swindeely.
Shouldn't we do that first, just to make sure they're not like?
Swindili needs rescuing, though, right?
Yeah.
Swindili wasn't at Donner's Arch.
He- Yeah, no, he wasn't at Donner's Art. He was at yeah.
Oh.
Was he at the Knuckles?
Someone's at those Knuckles.
Check your notes.
I don't think anyone is
I
at
don't-
the Knuckles.
I wrote them down and I did not specify why.
Oh,
So-
it is a
there's
quest,
He's
but
some
at,
kind of
Amandal,
reason.
I believe.
Hmm?
Amandal, however I pronounce the thing that I made
yeah.
up.
That's kind of out there.
Yeah, that one's kind of in the opposite direction, and that is in deeper waters.
That's something
So
we could do on the
where
way
was Swindeely at? I thought Swindeely was at.
Amandal.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is a little bit out of the way. Okay, so then taking out Umberlee's Knuckles. What was that It was the beer.
Yeah, it was the
That's it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can be got at some. Well, but isn't she concerned about breakwaters finding it or something? Didn't she say something about that?
Possible concern would be breakwaters seizing the ship, the crew, or the
Oh, there's a crew still there too and everything?
potentially.
Then there's people to save.
The only thing that Poppy knew was that there was a shipment that was expected and it didn't come. And if it didn't come, usually means it was attacked by something or shipwrecked or something happened to it. And Umberlee's Knuckles was an area that's known to be very rocky and very prone to accumulating shipwrecks.
Yeah.
If not carefully.
There's
navigated.
probably a good set of sailors aren't going to go down from just a shipwreck.
Yeah?
So, I mean, like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we go and we save them, we have more crew.
Yeah, okay.
Just roll
So
'em
maybe
up.
so
roll 'em
maybe
up with the wreckage of the ship.
So,
Donner's Celestial and then the Knuckles to just go in a straight line.
the only thing is that we'll have to end up. I feel like Celestial Plinth should be the last of those ones, just because that's then going to point us in the direction of Testudia. And once we have that bearing, I think it would be best to just start going.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are lines, Paul.
There are lines. Which
Oh,
lines are you looking
that's
at?
the patrol lines.
Yeah, there's So
Okay.
yes, the accumulated intel in the maps that you have kind of show that is the general region where the breakwaters tend to operate. Moving out to the east and then up north around to different locations, which makes the location that I believe it was Traj had found in the logs of the Golden Tide a little bit peculiar because it is so far out of the way from normal breakwater lanes. And based on what you've kind of learned, you know the breakwaters obviously are working for the Golden Tide, right? So you know there's a tendency for them to move in similar paths. So seeing something way out there near pirate waters is odd.
Our sails are no longer. We no longer look like a Golden Tide ship, right?
Right. You look like
I
in
just realized how useful that could have been.
construction, it is a very well built ship. It looks kind of like a merchant ship, but the markings are clearly pirate.
Okay.
And you are no longer flying a Golden Tide flag.
Do we still have the Golden Tide flag?
Nope, I burned it up.
Dang it!
Burning thing.
Yeah.
Can we magically recreate the Golden Tide flag? Because we could just sail through this patrol lane and not even get noticed, potentially.
Oh, we would get noticed. Do you see this Kraken?
But, like, we just might look like a fancy Golden Tide ship, you know? Like, maybe we're just, we're up there. But, like...
How big is Major
Ooh.
Illusion?
It's fairly large. I think
not
it's not like
a ship.
boat size. I think you can get
But,
up
like,
to like
Well, I don't know if we saw enough of them. Did we see that, like, all of the Golden Tide's ship
Okay. Yeah, we'll look at
hulls looked the exact same? Like, every ship was made the exact same? Or was it just
they're
the
not
flag?
all the same, but like there is a similarity in construction that like if somebody had a very strong familiarity with Golden Tide ships, even with a new paint job, if they were up close, they'd be like, yeah, that is you didn't build that, you
Yeah.
stole that.
Okay. You didn't build that, you
But
stole
from
it.
far away, it may be harder to tell.
Okay. So what if we just recreated, if it's not large enough, just the flag? So we create an image of the Golden Tide flag during the time that we're in that strip, and then just stay really far away from any other ships.
So, wait, we don't have a flag right now.
No, you're flying flagless.
Oh,
but
should
do I know that that's
probably
like
make a
pirate
flag.
sin?
it's suspicious.
It's suspicious.
It means that
Huh.
you don't want to be suspicious either, but
Don't.
it means that generally speaking, all groups are kind of going to be wary of you. Pirates aren't going to necessarily inherently trust you because you're not flying pirate colors, which is not, it's not necessarily rare, but it means nobody's going to be
by pirates.
nobody's going to be outwardly hostile to you, but nobody's going to be trustworthy of you. People are potentially going to keep their distance. Most cases, unless they're looking for trouble.
So I think that's 2 lines of duty. I think it would be a good idea to get a Golden Tide flag if we can make that up magically, and then also a real flag. You know, someone should draw that up.
Just a circle, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking. Classic.
Oh, I was thinking it would
Thinking
be like
back to
another
the
shimmy.
crude image I carved on that one wagon.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Oh, I thought it would be like another shimmy.
Someone who's been mired in logo design for the past several years. I'm gonna say the circle is probably a bit more impactful.
But think of just a little chibi
A
like
little
kraken.
Or wrapped around the circle.
But
is
also the
shimmy.
flag is normally the flag of the crew, not the flag of the ship, correct?
Yes.
So then it should be the brass circlet,
So
not
circle.
shimmy parentheses the. So yeah, circle it is. It's,
Circle. Mhm.
Can I find a bit of like canvas or tarp or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff like along the docks that, you know, there's some scrap, there's some like people selling stuff. You could get some for pretty cheap.
I do that and I get some yellow paint and I just mock up a flag real quick.
Yeah, just mark off
But
like
is
10
everyone
gold or something like that for that.
is everyone okay with that pathing though? Going to Donner's Arch. What are we thinking?
So Donner's, Knuckles, Celestial.
Yeah.
Looks fine to me. But I'm a bit nervous about being in breakwater territory.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna have to cross it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a chance we beeline in in an eastward way, I was about to say in a rightward, in an
rightward way.
in an eastward fashion, and then just go straight south. We're only in the territory for just a little bit. We can just stop by the island, pick the guy up because he'll see Sweepy. Shouldn't take long, and then just continue on out.
What are the breakwaters again? I'm sorry.
They're the shady pirate gang.
They're like
Oh.
pirate hunters in a sense. They are
That's a better way of
mercenaries
putting
that have been of late hunting down pirates in a manner of different ways. Based on what you've heard, they've either been killing them outright, or in some cases poaching pirates from crews by offering them higher sums of money to betray their crews.
So kill on sight.
Yes, but I think.
Oh, good
Right.
question.
Would I know what the breakwater flag looks like?
Literally just asked that.
Well, no. That I'm asking
Oh,
it
okay,
because
okay.
You haven't
don't think we've
seen a
seen it.
breakwater flag. You've seen people in breakwater attire
Yeah.
with coho and crew, but you have not seen an actual breakwater flag yet.
were they around before I left Port to Shone for a big adventure?
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I still haven't seen a flag.
Roll a history check. We'll just see.
Believe it's a 14, but let me just check. Yes, 14.
Okay. You have, yes. They are kind of sanctioned by the ruling bodies of Port Tishon. They are not like an outlaw group, so to speak. They kind of operate on that like fringe area of acceptability where they're not going to be like driven out of town if they are seen operating because they have connections, but at the same time they are a little bit cagey about being too like forthright with their operations. But you do see them docked in the shanty sometimes, usually kind of sequestered in their own portion of the docks. They don't tend to mix with the pirates for obvious reasons, and when they do, there tend to be fights or brawls that break out. But you have seen a few of them. You don't typically go over in that all the way over to where their docks are just because you stay to the pirates, but you have seen their ships before. So their flags look... let me do a little bit of on-the-spot vexillology.
Got it.
Okay, so it's like picture, if you will, in your mind's eye, a
I'm there.
yes, a gray diamond, in a and at each left and right point of the diamond, there is a bisecting color blocking going on. So on the top, there it is just a simple white. On the bottom, it is a blue, and then there are like water splashing into some sort of rock face. There are just little dots of blue in kind of a diagonal pattern from those same left and right points of the diamond coming out, as if water in a stylistic manner was hitting up against this rock and then splashing outwards.
I explain all of that to Saoirse.
But usually easily identifiable by identifiable
Identifiable.
by diamond. So square flag, diamond in the center, and then color block top, color block bottom. So you see the blue and the gray and the white. You know it's
From a
It's a
from the
break
distance,
water.
yeah.
Okay. I could try something like that. I try to like mock up something for that too.
Okay.
Can I try to go like? Do you want me to roll to forge a flag or?
Let's do this. You roll a performance check for me
I can do that.
to see how well you describe this to Saoirse. And if you do a good job, you won't have to roll.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, baby. This
Uh-huh.
is 25.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
From Bryce's lips erupted just the most amazing poetic description of this flag, down to the last detail. It's like you can see it clearly when you close your eyes. You know exactly what this flag looks
I
like.
am a captain.
Oh.
All right, I do that.
Okay.
I made one.
All right, so we're all cool with this
We
plan,
made our flag,
this pathing.
and we made the breakwater flag
Mm-hmm.
for stealth.
Mm-hmm. And then we also have a golden tide flag.
No, you burned it.
Oh, I thought that was what you were. I gotcha.
No, that
Never
was the
mind.
breakwater.
Mhm. Nice,
And
nice.
now make a golden tide flag.
You just stop charging commission.
Yeah, Wellbryn, because I assume you're all still together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Wellbryn looks at the flag that you're working on and says, "Not a bad idea. I don't know why anyone's not tried that before."
That
Weird.
would work.
I mean, that's a fair point.
I was
fair
just
point. It
wondering-
works from a distance, and then when you get close, you
That's
gotta
the
be-
goal. All we need is the
Just need to be able
distance.
to see them and then scoot.
Right, right.
So just wondering, Wellburn, do you have any idea how the patrols function in this route? Like, is it like a left to right, right to left? Is it just kind of who does what, you know?
When you say left to right, right to left.
West to east and east
I
to
see.
west.
Wow.
I mean,
Oh.
both directions. It's usually
Okay.
moving to and fro from the city, so what goes out must come back in.
Mm.
So,
And it's usually like one ship at a time, or like.
not always. Sometimes they move in groups, but
Okay.
tend to move single ships.
Okay.
I
Do we-
don't keep a close eye on the comings and goings myself. Try to steer clear of them, but it sounds like we're not doing that.
We're gonna be going right into the. Don't worry, I'm about to make a big announcement to the group as a whole.
Oh, they're gonna
let
love it.
everyone in on it. But yeah, no, we're gonna be going right in there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, if everyone's okay with that pathing, or like,
You're the captain.
all right.
That's the enthusiasm we like to hear.
I'm gonna walk out to wherever everyone is right now,
Okay.
at least the bulk majority of the crew. Where is that?
They're milling about. I mean, they're kind of waiting on this anyway to know what the plan is. So
Fair.
there's some on the deck, there's some down below in the mess, all over the place.
Then I'll call everyone to the deck.
Okay.
Yeah. Crew. Wait, what's our crew of? Okay, wait. Do I say crew of the brass circlet or crew of the shimmy?
How about just the brass circlet?
Which one do I say though? What's the technically correct? I don't
Did we
know.
tell them we were the brass circlet
I
last
think
night?
they know what our crew name is.
We'll say you
Yeah.
probably let it slip last night, the revelry.
So would I say crew of the brass circlet or crew of the shimmy?
That's up to you. Say, what is your heart desire?
I mean, I feel like it makes more sense to say the crew of the brass circlet. So I'm gonna say crew of the brass circlet. everyone up on the decks, and I'm gonna try and look really mature and
killing
really
it.
straight posture and everything.
Everybody assembles and is kind of standing, before you. Are you up like on the?
I imagine I'd like pushed one of the boxes,
Yeah.
like a crate that's like on the deck, and
Okay.
I'm standing up on that.
because you could get like up on like the forecastle and like be elevated slightly.
When you say forecastle.
Okay.
But also when you say that, what do you mean?
Like okay, so
The railing?
No.
Is it where the steering wheel is? The raised
If my ship's
platform?
knowledge, I'm working with like marginally more ship's knowledge than you are. So
The hell?
let me double check.
I mean,
my
you knew that
models
word,
here.
which is impressive to me.
Mm.
It's a shortened version of forecastle. If that
For
helps.
castle.
Oh, so on the part of the deck, the front part of the deck's raised part.
Yeah.
See, I know the expanded
mhm.
words.
There you go. There
You
you
just
go.
don't know, the vernacular.
The slang.
I mean, so I am going to do that. So I'm on a raised surface, but there's still a railing there that I feel like I'm going to be competing with in a way that I'll still need to stand on a crate a little bit to like not be literally like
At the
like railing is
Yeah,
at
yeah.
my neck, and so I'm up on a crate.
Sorry. So forecastle, yes, is at the front of the ship, but the wheel is at the quarter deck in the back.
the coal.
I don't want to be at the wheel. I wanna
Okay.
be at
Then
the-
yeah, forecastle would be
forecastle.
the right place.
All right. So, to
What? What just happened? What just happened?
Bryce has some nervous gas come up. Today's operations. We're gonna go to Donner's Arch to save our crew, Sweepy's friend. And then and this will involve us sailing into Breakwater territory. But that is okay. We have a system figured out. Everyone just man your roles and we'll get through fine. Most likely 0 snags guaranteed.
Oh no.
From there, we'll continue southeastward towards Umberley's Knuckles to save the golden. What shipment was it? Whose shipment was it?
Alcohol.
Northeastward?
Poppy's alcohol shipment and all of the crew that were part of it.
Mm.
Any questions?
Do it.
Yes.
Oh fuck! I forgot I gave
That's what I'm saying.
everybody
Who is
names.
it?
I have to decide on who this is. I can't just do like random
That's
NPC.
right.
I've got a question. Yes, over here.
This is like Starchy from Adventure Time. It's fantastic.
Starchy.
Also, I'm so mad you brought up last night. Damien was the dexterous one. I just remembered who Damien is.
Yeah, well, I'll say Damien raised his hand.
Of course, it's Damien.
So, do we get to keep some of the booze that we're rescuing for Poppy?
No, we're turning it all back to Poppy because we get more money.
It's a fair point. Fair point.
Any other questions?
No other questions from the crew. Seem to be, this doesn't seem unusual requests.
Oh, wow, that went over pretty easy. All right. Now everyone form a single file line and tell me what you're good at on the ship. Sorry, I meant to do this last episode, but
Yeah, let me.
because there was
search my vast-
Welbrin already said, Welbrin Helm. It's in the name. She's
Yeah.
a helmsman,
Mm-hmm.
woman.
helmswoman.
Thank you.
Feminism.
I'll actually
Yeah.
say at the start, like,
Yeah.
except for Welbrin, we already talked. I already know what you like to do, so you're gonna be on the helm.
Emil is good at cleaning.
That's right. That's right.
And then Gore is below deck because the
I
sun.
thought Gore was the cleaner.
They both are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gore is
Sun
just
hurts
kind of a
their
general deckhand.
I remember Emil being the shifty one that served on 4 crews.
Yes.
Yes. Emil's the one that's kind of bounced around quite a bit. Gore is also a deckhand. That they tend to only help out on the deck at night due to their eyes.
Yeah.
But they will help out below decks as appropriate. Damien.
Yeah, what's Damien good at?
You see that goal over there?
Yeah.
Pulls out a crossbow and just nails the goal like at a distance. Weapons expert.
Damn it, that was cool. All right, now I'm gonna hand him the big grappling hook attachment that I stole. All right, you're in charge of fixing this on one of the cannons, ballista, whatever would make sense.
I think ballista might make the most sense.
Well, then do it.
Spicy.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, Damien.
Janice, the automaton, the short automaton, she comes up next and says, I'm not good at a lot of the intricate sailing things, but I keep good notes. I can track the stars pretty well. I could help with navigation if you so need.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you, Janice.
Oh,
You're
stop.
wonderful.
Anytime.
Damien, get back to what you're doing.
I'm doing what you wanted me to do.
I saw the slack.
It has to have slack because it's meant to. I have to reel it in first, and then anyway.
And Janice, you just go back to what you're doing. You're perfect.
I can't see anything. It's light out.
Oh, Janice.
Oh, Janice.
You're crazy, girl. You chill out for a bit. You take a break.
Is Janice based on Janet from The Good Place?
No, I've never seen The Good Place, so
Okay.
no.
There's a not robot, not girl out there called Janet.
Aw.
Who knows everything.
Aw. Yeah, that's weirdly like parallel, but no, I've never seen it.
Sorry.
No, that's funny.
And then
Nell. Let's see.
I think Nell and Pip are the only two. Nell, Pip,
Yeah.
and Hob.
Yeah. Nell. I forgot what voice I did for her. Nell is just would be helpful with rigging, with manning the sails, that kind of thing, as is Pip.
Okay, great.
Hob, just a gopher. Hob can do most things, like, can help with rigging, can help with weapons, can help with navigation as needed. So wherever you need Hob, Hob will be.
I'm going to have Hob. I'll have Hob on sales as well, because I think you need more than 2 people realistically on sales.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Hob will hop on that.
So Hob will be helping out with Pip and Nell with rigging and sails, and then you'll have Damien will be manning one of the weapons, either ballista or cannon.
Got it. Cool.
Sweepy?
Oh yeah, and what's
yeah, Sweepy.
Sweepy? I don't have him written down here. Oh no.
Well, I'm still kind of building up my repertoire, but I did spend a couple years in the Empire Army, and before I decided it wasn't for me. I have handled some ballista in the past.
That sounds fantastic. And if
Okay.
you could be on one that's like more towards the front, since we're going to find your friend next,
Okay.
if you could have kind of eyes out,
Sure.
that'd be so helpful.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them all.
I love Sweepy. All right.
The sound that eyes make.
I'm
I
not,
thought it was that squishy, like, squeak sound that SpongeBob eyes do, like.
Oh yeah.
is Black Eye coming with us?
So you, Jim and I, comes up to you.
Mhm.
Throughout the morning, they had left the ship to go meet up with Black Eye's crew, and they're now coming back up onto the ship. And they come up to you and say, "So, just got done talking with Black Eye about our plans. I'll stick with your crew for a little bit. I came back and I caught the tail end of the navigational plan, but so your plan is not to go straight to the plinth, correct?
Correct.
Okay. We, like we said, will support you getting to Testudia, but the little mid things, we're not currently equipped to do that kind of sailing. I'll stick around on your crew if you are still going to the plinth. Black Eye's also going there to go back to Testudia himself, so we meet up with him at the plinth eventually.
Yeah, that
I'll
sounds
be able
great.
to, stick with you.
And we're honored to have your expertise.
Stop. I mean, I know a thing or two.
Oh,
But
you know so much more than a thing or two.
Got to stay humble.
Oh.
Right? There's always more.
Bryce's bald cheek. Nope, didn't want to say it like that. Face cheeks blush. He's bald and his face is more visible now.
Bryce's rosy satyr cheeks. All four of them.
Blush. I'm just gonna walk away.
Why does nobody talk to me on this ship? They all say a few words and then leave.
Gemini's too hot for all of us.
I mean, they're also nice, sort of. All right. So you now have a goal. You have a route planned. The crew is informed. You are able to leave whenever you like.
Okay.
It is still morning. Are you planning on setting out today, or would you like to stay in Calcia Cove any longer for any reason?
I mean, I don't think we have much of a reason to stay. Do either of you have a reason?
We have rations.
We have enough food.
Yeah.
Do we have everything we need?
If you have a lot of food aboard the ship, if you would like, you could assign somebody to.
I don't mind, but
You could
Are you
assign.
proficient in cooking utensils?
Probably.
almost certainly not.
Well, I think wasn't Dana volunteering
Oh,
to
yes.
cook?
gosh.
Dana is indisposed.
Yeah.
currently.
That's.
So somebody's gonna have to fill that gap.
Well, Janice did a good job. Does Janice need to sleep?
That's true. Janice did do a good job. So during the day,
Yeah.
can Janice
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
be a cook? Okay.
And then in the night.
But when you propose this, Janice says, "I do need to sleep. Not really sleep. It's more of a right sort. Sometimes it.
Does Janice have solar panels?
No.
Oh.
I actually operate off of a small internal power source. I don't like to show it to people. It's I don't like people to know its exact location, especially on the high seas. You never know. It's a personal thing.
Operate off solar panels? No.
Nothing so crass. No.
Well then, so do you think you really have the time to do both of these and still sleep?
I mean, I can cook. Sure. I might need a little bit of help in navigation, but if one of you are free, I could show you the ropes as I go.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There we go.
So, maybe after dinner we could meet up in the crow's nest, and I could show you locations of stars. If you need it, I don't know your level of familiarity with the movements of the heavens and such and so forth. Okay. All right. After dinner, let's meet up and we can go through it.
what's a bosun
A bosun is
I was
that
trying to remember what
position
that
that I
final...
always forget
Yeah.
the role. Like, what does a
It was
She
the
just
quartermaster,
kind of a
right?
weird, like, vague-
Yeah. I think a bosun is like responsible for like all of like the ship ins and outs, and let me look up the actual
like crew and stuff.
like operations of the ship itself. I think.
It was COO.
So, technical advice to the captain and crew, and you lead repair and maintenance efforts. So, a good bosun has his high strength as well as proficiency with carpenter's tools and athletics. So, maybe not as Saoirse.
Maybe not in any
Maybe
of
not
us.
anybody that you had. But
maybe Traj?
I feel like, well,
I don't
yeah,
know.
Traj does have decent strength, right? Because
Yeah.
yeah, he's spec'd really high in strength. and pretty low in dex.
I just don't know about the carpenter tools. Do any of us have any of the proficiencies we need to do anything on this ship?
So that's the thing.
I have good
If,
perception.
if the ship does get damaged, your abilities to repair it on the seas may be limited with the crew that you have. So you would probably have to seek out help
Okay.
and repairs.
That's fine. We
Do
just
you
don't get hit.
mend Still?
Mending? Yeah.
Mending is not going to help for like
Oh.
mending is like this much you can do.
Oh.
If there's like a
Commit like a
heat
week
somewhere.
to
Yeah. You could maybe like use mending in conjunction with normal repairs to slightly speed up the repair efforts, but like you're not going to be able to like cannon shot hole in the side of the hole, mend. No, can't do
Yeah,
that.
okay. Makes sense.
Is Falca still aboard our ship?
Yes. We didn't really specify where Falco went.
And that's-
I think it was left up to Gemini. I would say I did also double check the sailing ship layout. You do have like a small like little
A little brig.
brig that you can have below deck. So we'll say that there is one,
Okay.
and that Gemini returned her to the brig, where she's been for about a day with no intervention.
I want to like brainstorm with you two. Like, okay, what do we want to do about Falca?
I thought that was Dana's pet.
Yeah, she's. I did go by her room earlier, and it does seem like Dana's going to be a little busy for 1 to 2 to few days. She said not to worry about it though.
Curiously, you also have not seen.
Traj.
Well, we'll say Traj is just kind of milling
Okay.
about, I guess. I don't know. Traj is around. You have not seen Patton either.
Who?
Patton, the
Patton.
fishbowl guy.
Oh.
Oh.
Him.
I think I'm gonna go. Should we go quickly check on Falca?
Yeah, we could.
Okay. Yeah. Start heading
Should get some
towards.
food, huh?
Yes. Yeah. Maybe, feed her a little bit. Yeah.
So why are we though? Why are we keeping like what is our end goal with
That is
Falca?
kind of. I kidnapped her,
Yeah.
hoping to get some information out of her, and we got a little bit, and then not really much though. And after that, I just haven't been sure what to do.
Just one more mouth to
I mean,
feed,
do
and
you-
she could turn us into authorities and try to get us arrested. Like,
Yeah.
what are we going to do?
We turn her over to the pirates at
That-
studio.
Or what if we turned it over to the pirates here?
Here.
Yeah, Calcia Cove. They're still pirates.
I may not have mentioned this specifically, but like in the bounty board that you saw for bounties on people, specifically like Coho had a bounty on him.
I remember Coho.
It would have specified to return them to Test Studio.
Oh.
To the Pirate Queen.
We could bring it to that studio.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we can
Okay.
get money, and that'll make the crew happy. There we go. Now we can pay them on Test Studio easily. Got it in the bag.
But we didn't see one for Falca.
Not for Falco specifically.
Like you would assume.
If they want Coho, I mean, what's another step up the ladder but good? I'd still like to be making our, like, at least, our way to down to Falca. 'Cause
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested to see.
So, okay. Yeah. You make your way down to Falca. We'll say there's a little door with some iron bars across so you can see into it. You can see Falca's sitting there. She is in a sort of trance, being an elf. She's not sleeping, but she is currently in a trance, seated in the small quarters down here.
No padding?
No pad.
All right.
Paul, is there a
She's in a trance. Do we really
like a
want to wake her
store
up?
on this island where we could get
Yeah,
some
that
like
sounds good to me.
magical restraints to bring with us?
There's not like an out and out store, but I mean, there are like vendors here. You could ask around, see if anybody has anything.
Okay. I think I like shuffle everyone to the side. I think, because she was like a little hard to take down. I think I might go see if there's some like magical restraints so she won't try to kill us again.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Okay. That's I would like to take a stroll to some vendors to see what I can find.
So
Could
you
I?
head back up.
I kind of want to join on the stroll specifically to be on the lookout for other like anti-magic items.
Okay.
If there's a shop that has anti-magic like bindings, they might have other anti-magic stuff.
That's true.
Bryce likes that.
Okay. So you come down and you take a look at Falco, like, and then you go up and you
And we
leave.
leave the little plate of food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't like
okay.
get her out of the trance, but just
Yep.
Yeah.
Right outside the bars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you just roll you're trying to just ask around, see if anybody has any kind of magical items like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just roll a perception check for me.
All
do
right.
you want me to roll as well?
Yeah, you can both roll. If you'd
What
like.
is
That's a 6.
so that's an 11, Paul?
Okay, it's not terrible.
19 for me.
19.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit of asking around, but you're able to find pretty quickly that there's some of the rarer stuff here isn't out and out like advertised. A lot of the workings in pirate society is like you got to know a person to know,
Yeah.
Is there a chance if I tried looking through the eyes of thieves I could have advantage on the roll?
Well, I was gonna say
Yeah,
with a 19, a 19 is still very good though.
Okay.
So like a 19, you're able to you get to talking with somebody out in front of over a barrel, and you get to talking, and after a couple seconds, they're like, "Sorry, man, no idea where you could get something like that." They're like, "Wait, hold on, you're that." I saw you fighting up above decks, right?
Yeah,
Bryce
yeah.
Buckland, nice.
That's me.
Yeah.
Took down, sweeping one shot.
That was, I mean, it was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Thank you.
You're the captain of that ship?
Yeah.
You stole a merchant ship?
You know it.
Where's you getting around? Pretty impressive. Gotta say. I wouldn't
Thank you.
personally. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen but
I gotta
Hey.
say, I surprise people every day.
I mean, if you really are Buckland, I guess that's not too out of belief. That's all right. Here's the thing. There's go down a couple streets. There's a guy that can maybe hook you up.
Gotcha.
You get some shifting inventory. People hawk some wares here all the time. There's always usually a couple things you can.
Thanks, man. And I'm gonna really coyly flip him one gold coin, or however a coy way to hand it off is.
Yeah. You do a little cool pirate handshake.
Yeah. It looks a lot like this.
Yeah. The high seas handshake. Nice one.
Hopefully I'll see you again sometime. Walk away.
Okay. So you do find the place that he was talking about, the two of you. It is just a small little hole in the wall, almost literally. It's like a little window that creaks open, and you see a dwarf looking at you with two bright blue eyes. Weirdly enough, you don't usually see dwarves with blue eyes like that.
They seem magically blue or literally just blue
He's
eyes?
blue.
Okay.
He's just he's pretty.
He's pretty.
He's a pretty dwarf. And he looks at both of you and what can I do you for?
Magical restraints.
Or
Magical
any other
restraints.
anti-magic, anti-mage items.
You're ferrying some risky cargo, I take it.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as we can say, you know.
That's about right. Okay. so magical restraints. Come to think of it, I do think I came across such a pair of magical manacles not too long back.
How much they cost?
I'd say I could do 1,000 gold for them. Something like that. If you're transporting something that requires that.
How much gold do
Gotta be
you
worth
have?
Throw in another pair, and you have a deal.
No.
Why not?
Why would I give you a price and then you say, give me 2 for the same price? Why would I agree to that? That's not how haggling works.
How about 2 for 1,500?
See, no, that's a better counter.
1 for 700.
All right, I'm gonna need both of you to roll persuasion checks. He says.
Natural 20, Paul!
Worse. It's persuasion. That's still a 19 plus 10, baby.
Hey.
19 and a nat 20.
22.
22.
Maybe I misjudged you somehow.
This is the way you act.
This tween and teen are really good at haggling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, fine. I'll tell you what. I'll give you the discount you want. 700 apiece. And that's it. I was trying to think of a counter. I got nothing. How about this? How about
How about if you have a second kind of item that isn't quite the restraints, but another anti-magic item? We can do 2 for 1,500. How much gold do you have?
Do you have that? Because I don't. What are you talking? I thought you had money.
You seemed like you maybe had money. How much money do you have?
I only have enough for 1, Hunter.
Well, let's see where this goes.
So, like I said, I could do 700 gold pieces per manacle. So if you want 2, I could actually do better than 15. I could do 1,400. But that's unfair. I mean, we have other anti-magical items.
What else do you got?
Let me...
Sounds like have like 440 gold.
If you have 400.
I forgot we were bankrolling off of trads money up until this point.
So, I do have...
If we both go in, we could do both.
That would be up to you.
I do have this. And he holds up a little carved wooden head. Just a head. Just a little wooden carved head that looks like it's frozen in just a perpetual scream, a silent scream. And he says, this, if you activate it, will generate a sphere about 20 feet in diameter. Radius. Radius. I just double checked it. It has the instructions on the back. Right?
There's a little tag.
20-foot radius sphere. And it will silence everything in it. It's not exactly an anti-magic, but if somebody has to speak to use magic, this will stop them. Now, it only lasts for 10 minutes at a time, but it can buy you 10 minutes of an activity. I can give you this for 200 gold.
How gross looking does it look?
It.
It looks kind of creepy.
Nope.
Well,
I'm not there.
yeah, wait, it's made of wood, right? Yeah, it's made of wood.
Well, magic wood, sure. Crafted from the magical elms of West Enderwood.
They were living trees? And if I reach my hand forward to poke it, does he like recoil or anything? Because I want to just like...
Do you want to give it a shot? Try before you buy.
Yeah, try before you buy. Well, wait, how long does it take for me to be able to use this again, a second time?
You can use it up to 5 times a day.
Okay. Then yeah,
That's more than I thought.
how do I
100%
activate this? I just poke it?
Just poke him right in the mouth.
What?
You have to say the magic words. You have to say the magic words.
What are the magic words?
Oopsie.
Oopsie. I stick my finger in its mouth.
Think about that vine where they're wearing like the Halloween mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear
Oopsie.
come from the wooden object, the wooden face, and then the air around you ripples, and the shopkeep
I feel like
said-
two of our like most magic things that like do really active effects, like you teleporting us, and now this both
It has to
have
be
the-
deeply unpleasant.
the most unpleasant sound design.
I love the idea of like a homebrewed world where magic items are everywhere. The world is just replete with magic items, but they all are just really, really weird and uncomfortable to
You're
use.
really
and so
uncomfortable to
nobody
use.
likes to use them. And that's why magic is rare. Is because people just don't want to do it.
I love that.
It's like we could solve world hunger like that, but
in
it's
order
just
to do it,
it makes my skin crawl.
You have to put on wet socks.
Oh. Ugh.
But yeah, so I whoopsie.
Yeah, and then the shopkeep turns to you and just.
And then really quick, I want to like put on the glasses of object permanence. I just gotta modded. Then do I still go invisible? I'm assuming.
Yeah, you go invisible and. When you this is great concept. when you put the glasses on actually, and the world disappears from sight.
Yeah.
And you can't hear anything. You have no sight, no sound. A feeling of calm washes over you, and it just feels nice and serene. And you take a deep breath, hold it for a few seconds at the top. Exhale. And all your problems seem to go out with that exhale.
Wow. Do we even need to go on this journey?
And then you open your eyes and you remove the glasses, and it all comes rushing back.
Oh my god, there's everything that smells in here. All right. I don't...
And he sticks a finger up its nose, and you just hear a as sound is restored.
Wow, that is so cool and really weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Who made
it also is like
this?
a little wet when you.
Oh, there's like
Yeah.
there's stuff inside.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gross. It's sap, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I'll take it. 200 gold. Slap it down.
So the manacles.
I'll make a custom item for that because I did not plan that one.
Oh my god.
Silent scream.
Silent scream.
Head. Okay.
To
All right.
undo the silence, they had to stick a finger up its nose.
You literally just walked in at the end of that scene.
Yeah. And scene. Are you
So the
still gonna get
manacles.
The monocles or manacles?
Manacles.
Because we do have manacles, monocles that will prevent magic.
What?
Yeah, you put a monocle on and you can't use magic anymore. It's punishment for wearing a monocle.
It's weird how glasses have a strangely adverse effect in this world.
The manacles.
Manacles, yeah,
Yes.
same price for both.
Yes, you said try
700.
before you buy.
Sure.
Mine worked great.
Yeah. Are you
So-
wanting to try them on yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do
There
they
you go.
work?
You just slap them on.
Yeah, but how do I get them off once I put them on?
Oh, you need the key for that.
So where's that?
Oh, that's 100 gold.
Yeah, baby.
Hmm.
But Look, since you're good customers, all included for free. Because you rolled a natural 20. All included for free. See, usually what I do is I give them the manacles they try before they buy, and then I hit them with the $100.
Yeah,
key.
that's why they're still in my
smart.
hand.
That's how
and
you
not
get
on my
'em.
wrist.
What?
Yes. Facts. So
Yeah.
okay, so 2 pairs of manacles. Does the key
1,400 total.
does the key work for both of them, or do
no,
we need 2
custom
keys?
key for each one. Are you kidding me? One key working for both pairs of manacles? That would be a huge security risk.
Okay.
They're definitely different keys.
Keys.
Yeah, absolutely different keys.
Key.
Oh, yes.
Key.
One key,
Yes.
2 key.
2 key. Okay.
Very different.
And do these manacles look different from each other?
No.
Okay, so how do you know which key is which?
Okay, the key work. They're the same key. They work the same.
Oh my gosh! Oh, okay.
Classic pirate negotiation.
You saw through my ruse.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so both of them were what?
700 each.
Okay.
Gold.
So Brace, I'm gonna need 200 more gold from you.
I have 241, so we got it. All right.
Oh, wait, that's not how I do that. Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay.
There you go, 200.
And I will put 1,200 gold on.
Back in double digits.
Yeah. Okay. And then is that an item that already exists? The manacles?
No, I'll have to. Well, there
okay.
actually may be a version of that.
Maybe.
Hold on, because they had something like that in Critical Role, I think.
Oh,
So
okay.
Because there's the
Let me look
mage-
up manacles.
The mage collar is like
a mage collar. It was a mage collar
Yeah.
that they used. Yeah. So I mean, we could whip up a version of that.
Thank you, Critical Role.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's the Mage Hunter Golem. But I don't know if they ever actually made like a Taldore item
Okay.
like that. Maybe. I don't know if I even have the Taldore books. Nope.
I think I'm just gonna make custom item.
Yeah.
Okay. Magic binding manacles.
Okay, so you have your manacles and you have your screaming head now. What, if anything else, would you like to do? It's kind of getting past noon at this point.
Yeah, that would be it for me.
Okay.
Especially since Falca's good to stay on the ship because we're going to bring her to Testudia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you go back to the ship. Are you planning to set sail today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any reason not to. So
I would like to go down and try to sneak the pair of manacles, a single pair, onto Falca.
You going to walk me through how you're going to sneak them onto her?
are
Is
you
she still
telling anybody
trancing?
that you're going to do this?
Oh, I'd be like, hey, we need to go put a set on Falca.
Oh, do you want help with that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. Seriously, do you want to illusion us so that it's a little easier?
Ooh.
How would I illusion?
I don't know. You're the illusionist.
I'll make you invisible.
Okay.
Just make you invisible.
Is she still trancing?
It's been a couple hours. She could be. Are you trying to sneak up on her?
Yes.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Okay. Wait, do you have good stealth?
Yes.
I'm gonna let you do this.
I mean, I have good stealth, so let's see
Well,
what it
you'll
gets
both
up
need
to
to roll if you're both
Oh,
doing it. Yeah.
got it.
It's not a single person. It's a.
So mine's an 11, unless you want to cast Pass Without Trace.
If only somebody could
Oh.
cast Pass Without Trace.
So let
before
me.
You rolled.
So let me. Can I?
I guess you get to add 10. You can cast it still. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, it'll be up to your rolls.
Yeah, I don't think
Whatever.
Cast Without Trace is like a duration thing, so like you can
Oh my
cast it
gosh,
after.
it's snowing so much in my face. Stop it. I just don't like when it does that.
DTR.
Oh, I was like, I mean, it's
I was gonna
snowing
say, that
outside,
sounds
but
so random out of context. We both rolled a 3. Wait.
No
I just
way.
realized.
Add 10, that becomes
Wait,
a
where's
13.
Pass Without? Okay, I'm casting Pass Without Trace.
Okay, so
There we go.
my
Alright.
11 becomes a 21.
Okay.
Plus 8 to stealth.
And?
Roll a
I'm a
3.
third. Wait. It's
I'm
at
waiting.
least a
Plus-
13 plus So that's a 16, my Paul. Hey.
Okay, not bad.
Okay, cool. I like to think that I'm trying to just sneak around, like my head around the
Yeah.
corner to make sure Bryce is okay to do this.
Okay. Yeah, so you sneak up on Falca, and let me look up Falca's passive perception, but I don't think she doesn't have like a 20 passive perception.
I got
Yeah,
21.
you are able to peer in, and you see that she is awake now.
Oh.
She has finished her food,
Mm.
and she's just kind of sitting in there. She's got like, maybe a scrap of paper that she's just kind of idly doodling on, that she was able to find. And being a merchant, she probably had a couple pencils or pens in her pocket, and she was able to
Okay, so I'm just gonna be like, come here.
charcoals or whatever.
Before I go, can I like squint at what she's writing?
No. Wait. Come back. Okay, so she's awake now.
Yeah, she's awake.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to cast hold person.
Okay,
So then you can just like go.
That
real
would
quick
be
and
really
then
easy.
Come back. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
Okay. Cool. So Paul, I would like to cast hold person.
Okay. All right. Let me actually look up her stat block.
Okay. Sorry, Paul.
No, you're good.
Oh.
You are good.
Oh, it's a saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Right?
Indeed.
And what's she trying to beat?
13.
Ooh, a tough one for a wizard to
Oh.
beat. But it's possible.
Yeah,
It's
she rolls a
certainly
1.
possible. Actually, she's a wizard, so she doesn't actually have that good of wisdom.
She's a
intelligence.
wizard? Wait. What's the difference between a wizard and a sorcerer?
You
Wizards,
are a sorcerer.
I know,
wizards
that's why I'm
aren't born
asking-
with it.
What?
So there's
Yeah.
They
Oh.
have to
There's
learn their
wizards,
magic.
There's sorcerers and there's warlocks, and the way that they get their magic.
I mean, and
depends-
bards.
And bards.
Mm.
And artificers.
And artificers.
Okay, cool.
Oh my
Wizards.
Clerics,
learn their magic
technically.
Yeah, and
from-
clerics.
god.
They have a
Oh.
spell that they read their
Paladins.
spells from.
Oh,
Yes, a
that's
lot of-
only an
a
8,
lot-
by the way.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
11, but either
Yeah,
way.
just-
Sorcerers are just talented like that and already have the
Mhm.
magic in them.
Mm-hmm.
And then warlocks
Mhm.
get their magic from a deity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Not necessarily
Like,
or like
not
a
as
another
a
powerful
power
being.
is-
Yeah.
is
Okay.
bestowed upon
Yeah.
them. They make a deal with
Mhm.
some kind of power that gives them powers.
Mhm.
A pact.
Okay.
And then wizards,
okay.
wizards read books.
I said
Okay.
that first.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear that.
Wait.
Yeah.
So
Wizards are like the nerds of the magic
Yeah, they have
schools.
to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so we
But-
see Falco just freeze.
Yeah, Falca just mid stroke with
Okay.
the charcoal or the pencil, just like
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, wait, be quiet. It
Why?
works because you have pass without trace. So if you put your goggles on, you'll be invisible, and then she'll never know who it was.
Probably make sure there's not like any traps that she set.
I'm gonna really vigorously study the terrain to be like the steps leading up to the cell and how
could
much
possibly
distance.
have put restraints on this person currently being held captive in a ship owned by a specific group of
sounds
people.
Really funny though. So I want to do it this
Okay,
way.
all right.
I mean,
Great.
you always have the option of just taking off the glasses and just going and doing it.
Right, but I
Right,
wanna
yeah.
attempt this because as much as we can befuddle her, I'm down for it. So yeah.
Yes,
Is there a
this
check
person
for
with
me
a
to try
very
and
low
memorize
intelligence will
the
never
terrain?
Put 2 and 2 together.
Well, you also have like a veil of shadows and silence.
So roll a
Oh,
perception
jeez.
check with disadvantage to
Mm.
remember, let me do it this way.
you leave behind no trace of passage.
Yeah, just if she sees me walk in, that's where it doesn't matter if she
Yeah.
can track me.
How about this? Let's do a straight up and down
Okay.
perception roll
Mm.
to see how well you can like. Let me think about this.
Memorize the steps.
I know I asked this one time before, and I feel like
Yeah.
it might have been just an intelligence check.
I think just an
maybe?
intelligence makes sense to me because it feels like more of an intelligence thing to memorize
Right.
something.
Mm.
Perception would be to like observe it, but like
Mhm.
to memorize it,
Right.
Mm.
just do an straight intelligence check for me. DC is not going to be super high because it's not a super
It's a
detailed
hole.
area, but it's still going to be like a DC, we'll say like 12
Okay.
or something like that.
Oh, wait.
How
I rolled a
smarts
10.
are how smarts are
Intelligence
Bryce?
+2. We're at a 12.
Just barely squeaked on by.
am a bookie boy.
That's right. That's right.
All right, so you are able to just make your way there, and then you reach out and you can like arm.
She just feels somewhere. arm.
And then you,
class.
yes, you clasp the manacles around her wrists, and that is another. She gets to roll again on hold person. Is hold person just?
Yeah.
I think it's.
She
Let me
gets to
double check.
continually contest that, right?
I don't think so. Let's see.
But
It
you have
is-
managed to do this 1-1.
It's a
turn,
concentration.
we'll say.
But does it say that the affected creature like makes their save again at the start of their turn, next turn or something?
It was in saving throw. Paralyzed for the duration, which is 1 minute.
Okay, so duration. All right, cool. So yeah, she doesn't get to contest it again.
And then I'd like to try and grab the piece of paper from her. That well, if I manacled her, she's probably not holding it.
Well,
anymore?
she
Well,
had her
she's-
hands out front, so you
Yeah.
just went manacle. So
Okay.
she's manacled in front of her.
Oh, good. That's
Wait,
even, so
if you go behind her, look at it, and then put them back on.
No, I don't want my physical form to appear at all if I can help it. If I manacled, then her hand should just be right there.
Yeah, you could like literally just like go up and find.
Yeah.
it with her
She'll
hands.
feel me walk up her wrists and then pull a piece of paper out from her hand.
Yeah.
Does it then go invisible?
What's that movie where the ghost
Yes. I guess it would just like.
pottery?
The piece of
Oh,
paper.
ghost.
Yeah.
Is that literally what
Yeah, it's
it is?
ghost.
Yeah.
So dumb.
It's so good though.
What's that movie about the ghost? Ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah.
And as I pull a piece of paper, it goes invisible with me, and then I make my way out
Okay.
as that goes.
Okay. You like just immediately book it.
Yeah, I'm out of there. Okay.
Yep. Did you do it?
Oh, okay.
Did you do it?
I got manacled. What's that? It's the paper. What does the paper say? I hope it's like a doodle.
Yeah. On one side is a doodle of the ship that you're currently on.
Okay.
Unfinished, but in process with the new name of it scrawled on the side as well. And then on the other side is just a note that says, thanks for reaching out.
Yes. She's been talking to someone.
Oh, I don't like that. Well, I mean, we knew that she had magic. We don't know how long that she's been using magic on this ship.
Can I look around and see if there's any like? I don't know. I'm wanting to say something like any entrance points almost for someone else to be able to get in, or
So the brig is at the bottom
Yeah.
deck of the ship. And
I can't imagine there's.
I mean, anybody could feasibly just walk down here. It's mostly used for storage and whatnot. So nothing is necessarily stopping anybody in the crew from coming down here.
Did we tell any of the crew that we have a prisoner? Did we say that? Oh dear.
No. I'm thinking about it, and I
Wait.
don't think so. I think Gemini's the people on Black Eye's crew know about Falca,
That's right. But not our crew.
but none of our crew.
We might want to tell our crew that we have a prisoner and to not, like, interact.
Especially if we
with
said we're trading her in for their money. That would be more motivation.
I don't know that we should tell them that. Because then what if they try to take her and get the bounty for themselves? We don't know these folks yet.
Do I see any obvious signs of like recent activity? Like almost like chairs pushed, if this has been untouched for a while, if there's dust in some spots, not dust in others.
Roll an investigation check. This is a pretty high DC because, you don't know exactly what you're looking for. You're just kind of looking for some hint of anything. so.
Right.
It's that way! It's that way!
How is that so chaotic? It's over here.
Oh my goodness.
By the way, thank you for the resub, Rowan. I know that happened a little while ago, but
Aw,
appreciate it.
Thanks. Oh,
I have to
jeez.
re-roll it. There's a
Your
chance
die
it landed on a nat
attacked me.
20. It's
Oh.
but it's fine. It's fine because I rolled a 14 in my investigation.
Probably gonna end up being like a 22 or some shit.
I keep clicking on the wrong tab. I'm doing great. Yeah, it is a 22.
Wow.
With the 22, you do see signs that, like, you know, just a lot of people haven't been down here recently, so there's a little bit of dust, a little bit of clutter. You see, like, some clearing of dust. You see, you can't make out, like, the footsteps themselves, but you do see evidence that somebody has been down here, other than you.
Because my footprints would just be
Yeah, you see
a
little
little
prints.
hoof prints.
Now, yeah, I mean, like, you've been in and out of this area, but, like, you know, we'll say, like, maybe a few barrels have been pushed aside that you know you didn't do. Like, a path has been cleared that you didn't clear in this space. So somebody else has been down here and has been potentially talking to Falca.
So I don't know if it's magic. You said 20-foot radius for the silence?
Yeah, so
Well,
40-foot diameter, 20-foot radius.
dimensions of ship-wise. If I activated that and left it down here in a hidden spot, would that affect anyone on
It
the
would
upper decks?
Definitely hit the deck up.
Just the deck up?
Yes. So let me look at the exact
Yeah,
dimensions
yeah.
of the ship. But the way that I'm thinking is that this would definitely hit. All right, hold on. Let me pull up your ship. Okay. So I don't want a rowboat. Okay, here we go. So she is currently in it should be the hold. So we will say that if you pull it up in, like, the Salt Marsh rules, there's a room labeled 13. The armory, actually, no, sorry, we'll say 11, because that is the guest cabin / brig. And that's in the lower deck. So I guess we'll say she's in the lower deck, technically. Yeah, I guess according to the blueprints that I sent you, she'd be in the lower deck, not in the hold necessarily. So we'll say she's in one of those rooms. We'll just retcon that a little bit. But so if you did that, it would hit the private bedrooms, and it would hit where some of the people are, some of the crew are sleeping as well in the lower decks. So, and it would also go up to the main deck and hit.
It would go up to the main deck.
Yeah, because you have, like, the captain's quarters as well, which is right above that. It would also hit.
Well, so wait, she has the anti-magic restraints on, so actually I don't need to sound.
Yeah, you
wow, I
wouldn't
just spent all
really
that time.
necessarily
Okay, then yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I think I'd rather just us leave and her be confused by all this. Don't give her any information she doesn't need. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave, but I'm gonna keep that note in my pocket.
Okay. All right, so you leave the lower deck area near her room, and you.
And can I just keep a passive eye out for Patton?
Yeah, sure.
Since he's not being.
Actually, I'm gonna retcon. I don't like the layout of that. I'm gonna say the brig is actually on the hold, in the hold, and instead of an armory, since you're not really a warship, that's been converted into a brig.
Sounds good.
Okay. That way, it is actually in that hold, and so if you did leave the silence there, it would reach up into the privy, but not into the captain's quarters.
That might be nice.
Yeah, right?
You know?
But no satisfying, stream when you're... Anyway.
I'm still not gonna leave it or anything.
Yeah.
Because also I just remembered no one would be able to talk in the radius, and that would be pretty disconcerting.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that to the general populace of my crew. So,
So- Yeah, so she is, though, currently unable to use magic, and she is unaware who could possibly have
what
done this.
happened? Who aboard this ship had the keys to the brig?
Yeah.
Could be any of us.
Could be
really.
Any of
anybody. All right, but you've done it. So, any other last things you'd like to do before you leave now?
Could it be a passive investigation for Padden?
Sure.
Yay!
So
That's it for me.
you did see last night that Padden took a few minutes and was talking to Saoirse.
Mhm.
And then after he got up and went into one of the private rooms at the far end of the ship. And you also know that that door was the one that you knocked on that you heard Dana's voice coming out of.
Oh no. So what
I'm
you're
gonna leave
saying
that
is-
alone. I'm not gonna step into that. Thinking about what Dana had been bringing up about Patton before mysteriously disappearing into that room. I think I'm gonna leave them alone to do their business.
Okie dokie.
Patton's no longer under suspicion.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So
Saoirse
then,
wants to be, I guess, can be the lookout since she's
Okay.
got an 18 passive perception.
okay,
She
Sure.
can just camp out in the crow's nest, I suppose.
Okay.
And-
Sure. I think somebody had a looking glass of sorts, right?
Oh,
Or
okay,
a-
yeah, I could.
didn't somebody in?
that.
I
in
think
the
that was
party?
Gemini.
I think so.
Jim and I had one, but I thought one of you bought one from the.
Did I?
Didn't we
Antique
have
I
a
store.
don't have
crappy
one.
telescope? We had a shitty
I did
telescope.
because it was from that like gifty shop in the front of Port to Shown,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
was looking for. Yes,
So,
I did buy that.
If you wanted to
Oh, man.
give that to Saoirse, you would be able to actually be a little bit more.
Not good.
Useful. I would say with that you'd be able to. There may be a mechanic there, but I would say
Okay.
you'd be able to roll perception checks, with advantage,
Dang,
for navigational purposes with that.
Nice.
Cool.
I'll look
Is-
up a roll on that.
They would probably be actually. This would be more passive insight because like knowing that there is someone aboard the crew who is going down and like
Mhm.
communicating with Valka, I don't want it to like be a thing I'm actively doing in this moment, but like just like in general as I'm moving around, trying to see if I notice anyone shifty, if anyone's trying to act
Seriously?
shiftily to dodge out.
Saoirse
Okay.
goes up to you guys and is like, "Oh, you guys brought some food down to help?"
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Explain
we did,
all
and then,
the-
like, oh, okay, so you took like a note.
Yes.
So it's magic paper then.
I hand you the piece of paper.
And one would assume, right?
I
Based
mean,
on what's written on here.
I feel like everything we come into contact to is
It's all
magic, and I
magic,
can never
and
tell.
she's magic,
It just
so-
all looks like paper to me.
Can I do an Arcana check on the paper to see if it's like some kind of
Messenger
paper.
Sure. You could also cast Identify if you wanted to.
I'm gonna do that actually. That feels better. Because despite being magic, my Arcana's not.
Oh
very good.
crap! What if it's not the paper that's magic, but the utensil that she was writing with? What if whatever she
Identify
writes with?
my
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't take the utensil; you just took the paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I did not. But maybe
Yep.
the ink on the page. That's all I'm thinking of.
Anyway, I do identify.
You do identify.
I do identify.
I do identify.
Okay.
I do.
So you identify and you see that this is not ordinary paper.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is.
I'm not even gonna lie. That did not once occur to me.
Like as soon as I saw
Not
she
me
was
either.
like drawing a ship and like writing correspondence on it, like
Nope.
Uh,
she be the one that only.
This is not ordinary paper. This is magic paper. It is a paper bird. Not currently folded yet, but were it to be folded, it could be sent to any recipient on the same plane of existence,
What?
Powerful.
and it would fly to that person.
Cute.
Wow.
We can't tell who this came from, huh?
No, there's no evidence on the paper itself where it was intended to go at all.
Wait. So is this a kind of paper that, like, is this a two-way street paper, right? Like, was there a message that got flown to her and then that erased so she could respond? Is that how this works?
I think what happened is that she had it on her person.
Yes.
She drew the picture of the ship, sent it to the person, and then the person sent back, "Thanks for reaching out."
No.
Does
What
it
she
seem
drew,
like
the
this
picture of her
magic
ship.
item erases the message after like
Oh,
it's
so
been
she
read,
turned it
or, like,
over
I think that's
and said
maybe.
thanks for
Okay.
No,
reaching
it just goes to the
Okay.
person.
So
It
we
does
don't
not erase it or
actually.
anything like that.
Got it.
So we don't know if she. We don't know if this is her handwriting.
Are there any wrinkle lines in it, like it had been?
No, it does
folded?
not look like it's been folded.
So
yet.
she is probably going to send it. She was going to send this.
Right, so this was a response to something that she had previously gotten.
'Cause
So
it says,
where's
"Thanks for reaching
the
out."
first note?
Is she still held?
No, I mean, has
It
it
would
been
be
a
up to you.
minute?
It's probably been a minute.
If it's been a minute, no.
Yeah, she's not held anymore.
Okay. I was about to say, run back down and search.
I mean, we-
this. We know what it is.
Mhm.
We just don't know if she received this or if she was about to send it out.
I mean, I'm assuming if there's not any wrinkle lines on it, she didn't unfold this to read it. So I think this was going to be her. She was wait, no.
Responding.
She was responding to someone.
It
Yeah.
makes sense if she was drawing a picture of our ship to show someone else to find her. So. Oh, jeez.
So as we go into breakwater territory, let's be on our A game, really ready
We
to.
can change the name of the ship again.
We
But she never
could.
got this message out,
That's true.
so they don't know the name. They just know that there is a ship of Golden Tide, potentially of Golden Tide make. You know, because like I'm. Yeah.
Do I know if this kind of paper is like it's not consumed when it reaches its
So your casting of identify would let you know that this kind of paper, once it reaches the person that's intended for, turns into just ordinary paper.
Okay.
So it is used up
Okay.
upon the spell completing.
So she has not sent this out. The person she's trying to get in touch with does not know what our ship looks like.
Okay, but here's the thing. This is pencil. We could draw someone else's ship. We could draw an enemy's ship on
We
here.
don't know where she was sending it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter where
Would
it's
the
going.
identify?
If we could throw them off our
Does
ship.
it identify that like?
Maybe
Is
that
this
doesn't
almost
make sense.
like?
No, that doesn't.
It tells you
You
that
have
it's
to
in,
address the magic at the start, or is it just magic paper and then after you finish your
So,
message?
yeah, I can send you the stat block for it, but basically
it sounds
you
like
you
you write what you want on it, you send it, and then once it arrives, it's normal paper.
yeah.
So we
So
don't-
it looked like she was also in the middle of writing things on it. She had not finished her message yet, but it says after you write a message of 50 words or fewer and speak a creature's name, the parchment magically folds into a tiny paper bird and flies to the recipient whose name you uttered.
So since we don't know the name of the creature she was sending it to, we don't know who to send it to in order to mislead them.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Mhm,
That
mhm.
yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty good. That's a cool spell right there.
That's a cool spell.
It's like a magic item, not a spell.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a magic. Okay.
Magic.
Gotcha.
I mean, then I guess let's be just on our top acting skills.
If you want to, at some point, like, do the manacles affect your ability to use magic items, or just your ability to cast spells?
You cannot
Mm.
cast spells, but you
Right.
could still
Sure.
use magic items
Mm.
in theory.
I mean, if at some point you guys wanted to go back down there and like search her room or something like that, make sure that she doesn't have anything else.
That might be a good idea.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you originally searched her at all.
No.
You just kind of tied her up and
Snatch the
Yeah.
one she was using, which I'm happy I did that.
all right. In the meantime, though, you do set sail. Yes.
Yes.
So
Sounds good.
you shove off from Calcia Cove, and you
Is
Yes.
there's Well, no, this can be something that can be happening in action. I apologize for interrupting, but it's just one thing that the part of my fun part of my character has a certain thing. The remote viewing from my Eerie token.
Oh. Hold on. I'll need to double check that. Right. Okay. Yeah, are you wanting to use that?
Yes, if I'd know about it.
We'll get to that. I think there's something that will be coming up that will be a good point for that to come up.
Okay, I won't do anything with that.
Okay. But so you set sail out of Calcia Cove. You pass back under the small gap in the natural rock wall that forms the cove, and pass back out into the Tishona Seas. And you set sail and set a route for your next stop, which is
Donner's Arch.
Donner's Arch. And so we'll pick up there after a quick intermission.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have set off on the high seas.
Ah.
We're doing this.
This is the new narration voice.
This is the new narration voice. You're on the high seas.
Welcome.
Like
Welcome.
marmalade.
I love it. That's right up my alley.
Welcome to the seafaring adventures of the Brass Circlet.
Huzzah!
I feel like you're about to say Moxie or something.
With tenacity and moxie, they face down their challenges and fight to win.
Yeah?
You might fight to win. Who knows?
Who knows?
But let's find out. So you set out. You leave Calcia Cove. You set sail on the what are known as the Tishona Seas, the more calm seas closer to the inland continent. Or not really inland, but just the continent.
The continent.
The continent.
Yeah,
The land.
Yeah. The land.
And you are sailing east towards Donner's Arch. So you know it's going to be approximately a 3-ish to 4-ish day journey with good weather. But let's find out how good that weather is actually going to be. So
And is it 3 to 4 day journey to complete all of the route?
No, just to get to Donner's Arch. But everything else from Donner's Arch is relatively close together, so you suspect it's probably going to be a little bit faster of a journey between them. It's just to get out east to it. So I need somebody to roll for the first day of travel. Just roll a d20 for me.
Straight
Do it.
Up and down.
Finish him.
And I'm going to look up my tables.
I'll give you
Thank
time
you.
to do that.
Hiya!
A what?
That's a good start. Hold on. Let me find
We
my-
crashed right back into Calcia Cove.
Instant sea
Does he go out
serpent.
The ship explodes. Adventure over.
Man.
Oh my god. Hold on.
What happens?
It's either gonna be the smallest thing or the worst thing.
What is the thing that like impacts us for the rest of the campaign on the seas?
So here's the thing. I'm using like a modified salt marsh sea encounters table. And actually low rolls are not necessarily bad.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's either gonna be so tiny and insignificant, or like
It's actually worse to get high rolls
Oh,
on that version of the rules.
that's how it works in spell jamming too.
Yeah.
There's just it's not D20, it's only like a D8.
Interesting.
Okay, so what happens?
I'm getting there. I've got too many
God.
pages of notes. No, it's fine. I need to put it in like its own note that I can find easily. But right now I have everything spread out across like so many different session notes. So. Who does Shadowheart serve?
Shar.
Hello?
Greetings. I can't find my freaking notes.
Oh my god, my freaking notes.
Freaking notes.
Frickin' frick.
Remember Petey? Remember our little floating little Petey?
Yeah.
I remember Petey.
Aw.
There was a whole quest line around Petey that you never went down.
What? Are you kidding people?
No.
Oh.
Paul would never kid with you.
I mean, there was the whole thing about where the original Brass Circuit were trying to sell PD to a specific group of people. You never pulled on that thread.
Wait, well. Oh, I thought it was something we'd get to come back to later. I'm assuming that had to do with all those notes I found in the place.
That we just have.
Yeah, I still have them, technically.
All right, I found it.
Go meet Michael at SoChap.
Yep, so chap.
Who knows what that is?
Oh, no.
That was the Society of...
Chads.
It was the Society of the... something historical artifact preservation.
Wow. Yeah, we never came across those threads.
Probably not important. All right. So,
They won't come back up.
on a 1
No, not at all.
is actually not that round. So...
Did we just hit a dolphin and kill it in the water?
Yeah, basically.
Kill a dolphin.
You just straight up
Just
kill
ran
a dolphin.
straight into it.
Honestly,
bad.
good.
It's not that bad.
Dolphins are horrible, monstrous things.
They do.
Okay. Yeah, so your first kind of half day of travel with a 1 actually is just fine.
Hey!
The weather is fair. The winds are not adverse. You don't encounter really any impediments to your travel. And you seem to still be on target. So the day passes uneventfully. If there's anything that you'd like to do for the rest of this day,
I would like to go find Janice when it gets dark and be like, hi.
so after dinner passes, you meet up with Janice up in the crow's nest, as you had agreed. Is this where you're
you kicked
saying?
me out of the crow's nest?
I think so.
Okay.
I assume there's like kind of a changing of the guards kind of
Sure.
happening.
It could be all three of you up there.
That's
Should
true.
I could leave if you...
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
This would have been like right after dinner, so if you were
Oh, okay, so
up
I'm
there
not
already,
up there right
yeah.
now. Okay, okay. I'll just see that they're up there and be like, oh,
Oh.
cool. I'm just gonna... yeah.
I'll clean up, I guess.
So, you ready to study the stars?
Yes. I think I remember where all the stars are. I just don't really know what they're called or why they're in.
So suave and hot.
Well, so, as I have been learning and researching and working on, the stars are essential to navigating effectively for a ship. It tells you there are some stars that move and appear in different parts of the sky at different parts of the day and different seasons, and even sometimes different parts of the year apart from the seasons. And that can help us tell where we are on the seas and where we need to go. And yeah, so we can start there. There's more advanced navigational techniques involving sextants and whatnot and compasses and all that business. But I think for our purposes up here, maybe looking at the stars would be a good starting point.
Okay.
So, you said names. I think that's a good place to go. Okay.
Yeah, what are some names of stars, Paul?
She tells you all of the names of all the stars, and each one is more beautiful than the last. She points them all out, and et cetera, et cetera.
The most perfect fantasy star names you could ever think
Yeah,
of.
Yeah.
That one is spider milk, and that one is and that one is and then that one is
His name is Iz.
I was trying to make a Beetlejuice pun, and then I had nothing left after that. Yeah, but she tells you the names of stars. She shows you kind of where to look to understand your cardinal directions, your navigational principles, those kinds of things.
Rand wants to draw like a map to the best of her ability, just to try to like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is something that you can do as a ship action. Technically, I think that is the action of a first mate, according to the official rules.
According to the
Uh,
official rules.
according to the official rules.
Well, according to Wizards of the Coast, actually.
Actually, the wizards say this.
What is happening?
Actually, that's a captain's action, but I think you can, as the captain, designate duties if you would like to.
I'm okay with it this time.
Because the rules say a ship's captain often undertakes the activity of drawing a map, but often means that I think anybody can do it.
Not every time.
So you're able to. Janice shows you like a rough star chart. She fishes through her notes. She's like, I think I've got a star chart around here somewhere. Right here. So if we use this, we can actually gauge the movements of the stars and use that to help. Let me show you how. She hands you the chart and kind of, I don't know how star charts work, but she does.
Yeah,
And she shows you how to track the movements of the stars to help orient yourself and navigate across the ocean and to plot where your location is on the map. So you're able to now track your progress day to day on the map. It's so long as you come up here every night and you monitor the movements of the stars and whatnot.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
The star.
Star.
So what I'll do mechanically with this.
I'm going to orient this map around spider milk.
Okay, sure.
Just
Wish I had
so
thought
you
of a
know.
better name
That's
than
how I am
Spider
with the
Milk.
actual the Cassiopeia, the constellation. I'm like, that's my gal. Is it a major player? Kind of.
Spider milk, man.
You can always orient yourself off of Spider-Man.
Always.
And you see that constellation? That is Hera's suspenders. It's a very funny pun on Orion's belt.
No, I got
Love.
Which part of Hera's suspenders is the one where astronomers argue that it's a sword?
Oh, really? Oh, air quotes around that, huh? Those would be like the buckles, the suspender buckles.
Oriented around spider's milk and Hera's suspenders.
Yeah, so I don't know if they have any like explicit mechanics in Saltmarsh for the utility of the map, other than maybe just avoiding getting lost. But I think,
That's a good utility.
that's
pretty
a
nice
good
right
utility right there.
Would have something.
No.
Yeah, so I would say that your map can help you trace where you are and keep you from getting lost. So if inclement weather happens, as long as you daily upkeep your map, if you get off course, you'll be able to know it and advise that you're off course. If you miss updating that map, you may not know exactly where you are in the ocean, and you may not get to where you're trying to go day in, day out.
So can we do this every night so I can make sure I'm getting better?
Of course. That was one of the tasks that your intrepid captain gave to me.
Amazing. Okay.
All right. So anybody else want to do anything with this day?
Do I have enough time to do a spar and also practice with Gemini on sailing, or do I have to pick?
I would pick one. Since
I don't
this is
think you
a
can
half
spar
day.
with Dana right now. Let's throw that out there.
It's not Dana.
So tell me which one you'd like to pursue, and we can play out.
I think I'd rather I have someone who can sail the ship currently, so I'm going to prioritize getting better with my swordsmanship.
Okay. So Dana's not here, so
Mhm.
you are just kind of running drills by yourself on the deck. What are you up to at this moment?
Can I try and I think I would maybe try for like a few minutes and realize I have no idea how to practice.
Yeah.
And that I'd be like, I only know how to practice with someone else. So then can I try to find the next dexterous person that isn't Dana?
So I would say that you've been practicing for a few minutes, and you feel like, you're not getting anywhere.
I'm
You're
literally
like,
just like,
yeah.
is that it?
And you hear a voice.
Is this anything?
You hear a voice from above you, the voice of Damien, as he slides down on a rope from the rigging up above in the mast, and he's just like, "Your form could use some work. I mean, you've got the right,
I mean,
your footwork's solid. Your everything else is a bit
my hoof work, you mean?
muddy. Sure, yeah. My mistake.
Well, what would you do to improve it?
Well, how about this? How about we do a quick spa, and I'll show you.
Okay. Do you spar to death?
Oh no.
Like, is it who stabs? Like,
No.
once one of us stabs the other one, that's when we stop?
Oh no.
Not so long as you keep paying me.
Not any extra, right?
No.
Okay,
Oh, come
then
on,
first one
I
is
would
stab.
I would never stab you.
Yeah, you can't stab me. I can stab you.
No,
yeah.
Oh, no.
Actually, if you can stab me, then sure. Have at it.
Insight check on that. That felt weird. Oh no.
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure it's an 8, but I just make sure. Yeah, 8.
Yeah, you can't tell. He's very self-assured, so it's hard to read if there's any signs of anything else going on there.
No one's stabbing anybody here. I'm making
All right, suit yourself.
It's the first one to almost hit the other one, and it looks like we'd clearly be hitting the other one. That's when we'd stop. Okay.
So, all right. So, hold up your blade. All right. Like I said, your footwork is good, but the rest of it is very free-form, wishy-washy. You look like you're trying to just stab holes in the air.
Yeah, that is kind of.
That's the thing. You're thinking with your body. You need to be thinking with your blade. Where is your blade right now? Where's the blade of your opponent right now? Try to put all of your awareness into your blade. Follow?
Yeah. I'm looking at my liaison's edge with its own sentience and consciousness. But yeah. Awareness into the blade makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you become too preoccupied on whether or not you're going to be stabbed, you're going to be stabbed.
Oh, ooh, that is a good point. I'm usually pretty worried about that.
Okay, so, and the rules of the game, he's going to roll to instruct you.
Okay.
And then you're going to roll against
His dex.
his dex, yes. So, I believe the instruction was a dex roll as well. Is that what we did? Yeah, okay.
Well, he makes a charisma check. for the
Charisma, thank
teaching.
you. He's got good charisma.
Not to say, Damien probably has better charisma than Dana.
But he also rolled a 4. So
I'm
yeah.
making it hard for him because I
Yeah.
don't like him.
Yeah, no, so not enough to give you advantage, unfortunately.
That's fair.
Oh, no.
If it's a nat 20 it landed on?
I said no before it landed.
Oh, but
It's got to stay.
That's the
in
second time a
thing.
dice of mine has left the board and done a nat 20 today.
Roll better.
It's not my fault! And now it's a 5! It was, come on, it was a nat 20.
I know.
It's a 7.
Oh.
So
Regis, I don't like him.
so you go at it for a while, but you can tell that like
I'm used to Dana.
yeah,
it's
you're just not
weird.
feeling it like and just each time it's like cling cling and then he's got you and then cling cling and he's got you. And again, the feet are good, but you're just too self-concerned. Yeah.
We're gonna do this another time.
I think there's something blocking you.
What?
There's a mental thing going on here. I can tell.
What mental thing? How can you tell?
I think only you can fix that. I don't know if my expertise here can only go so far.
It's you. Well, what do you sense the mental thing? Do you have like a magic? Are you sensing
A
something?
lot of people think that, but no. I'm just a perceptive person.
God, I hate you. Okay, well, go back to. We're gonna spar some more while Dana's doing her things.
Sure.
Not right now. I'm gonna go drink some not milk. Pace away. I don't know what else there is at this point.
Okay.
Milk? No, that's the whole problem.
No, not
Damn
milk.
it.
All right. So, unfortunately, you did not get that one. So you're still sitting at 1 victory, I think.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Saoirse, is there anything you would like to do with this day?
She's mostly, keeping an eye out, practicing bagpipes, because the whole flub last night was really embarrassing for her. So she's like really going over and like being like, how did I mess? I'm like, I never have stage. I mean, it was my first time trying to play. So she's practicing like sea shanty, like, trying to get the rhythm down of that sort of thing.
Are you going still like full bagpipe, or are you just going like chanter?
No, just chanter. She's
Okay.
just like, she doesn't want to.
The whole ship is just hearing.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to be hearing me practice.
That's so
But
valid.
yeah, I am practicing.
And are you trying to be like off on your own and stay away from people, or are you just kind
I
of
figured
just
I was
doing
doing
it?
this like while I was being lookout.
Okay.
Up
Okay.
up in the
Okay.
Pre-dinner.
Gotcha. Okay.
before dinner. Oh, do you want me to do something after dinner too?
No, it's up
I
to
mean, I
you.
guess I
Up to
could.
you. You tell me if you want to do anything.
Mm,
And you don't have to. I mean, there's going to be plenty of days here, so you don't have to have a thing for every day.
sure.
I certainly don't have a thing for every day.
No. I think she's gonna try to talk to Emil.
Okay.
Maybe. They're below decks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
They're hanging out with Gore. I guess not hanging out with, but like doing the same duties as Gore. Like
Yeah.
under the decks.
Yeah, Gore is, you pass Gore. Gore is just kind of doing a little scrubbing. Emil is currently off right now, just having a drink in the galley.
I guess she doesn't really want to like. No, she's Summer Saoirse. She's gonna be going out there and be like,
Oh, she didn't change seasons from the performance last night.
oh,
I just remembered that you had like offhandedly
No.
joked about that.
no, I don't think she actually. Well, I don't know. Maybe no, she doesn't. I
Okay.
think she loves Saoirse, but, she's gonna be like, so you've been through a few ships, huh?
I guess I have, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully this one ends a little bit better, I guess.
What happened with the other ones, if you don't mind me
I
asking?
mean, well, the last one, everybody died. The one before that, some of them got captured, but the rest of them died. That one I managed to get away on a rowboat. The last one, I shipwrecked close to Calcia Cove, and luckily I washed up on shore there. First one, yeah, to be honest with you, I don't really like talking about it a lot. It's
understandable.
I mean, like, it's not unusual to go through a lot of different crews necessarily, but, like, I don't know. You ever feel like the world just kind of wants you, maybe not wants you dead, but maybe wants you to think it does?
Can I do like I don't know, like an Arcana check or something to see if he's under some kind of curse?
You could
Just
do
like
an Arcana
bad
check
luck.
without.
Or identify.
Yeah.
Because identify does that too. I can figure out curses on people.
Oh, really?
There's a literal curse on him.
Wow.
Piss off a god.
What did you do, Emil?
God. Let me just. Sorry, I need to.
No, you're good.
Because I'm pretty sure I can use identify on creatures /
That sounds right to me. I was rereading Identify last session.
Let's see. Okay. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are affecting it.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So I want to see what his whole deal is.
Okay. So you begin to cast Identify, and something that we haven't talked about yet with Identify that I want you to be aware of. Identify does have a material cost component
Oh, yeah.
to it that we have not been keeping up with
That's true.
to date.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Do we want to start doing that? Because I do
I
see that.
think
It's
so, because Identify is a little bit of it is a powerful spell.
Yeah.
So I think, it does cost a pearl worth 100 gold pieces every time you use it. And I do think you have some gems that you've accumulated over time that I don't think you ever sold, but I don't recall.
Right.
I don't think
I don't think we
yeah.
did.
So we'll say that, like, maybe
Yeah.
you have,
Rolls there.
yeah, we'll say you have 5 pearls and you've used 2 of them so far. So this would be the third one.
Okay. Let me put that in my. Well, I'll do that later.
Yeah. I wasn't
Okay,
very
so-
explicit. I just said, you got gems.
You got
So.
gems.
You got gems.
Gems. Okay. So yes, I do that.
Okay. So you take the time and you take the minute that it takes to cast Identify on Emil, and you don't note a specific spell on him, but there's a vibe.
Sure.
This weird kind of like
Identify a vibe.
arcane sort of vibe affecting him that is not a specific spell necessarily, but yeah, because it's not a specific spell. You don't really learn what it is, but it is like some kind of aura, and it appears to have a connection to some other plane. And there is definitely something affecting him, but you can't place it. Not quite with an Identify spell. Yeah.
Just put bad vibes.
Saoirse wouldn't be uniquely, like, this isn't something from the Feywilds that she might be uniquely equipped to recognize that plane?
It's less the recognition of it and more the limits of the Identify spell.
Oh, got it.
Because it's not like it says you identify the spell. If
Yeah.
it's not a spell and just like a vibe.
Yeah, this
then
is
I
not
wouldn't be able
like
to identify it.
this is not like a curse per se, like a specific curse spell per se. This is a magical effect that has some other instigating factor other than a spell that was cast.
Someone is just constantly frowning about you. Oh no, poor guy.
I guess I tell them that. I'm like, you got some bad vibes going on. Sorry to say.
Thanks, I
Feels
guess.
like extraplanar. So I mean, it's not your fault.
Yeah,
You
I
have some
could.
outside your control.
What did it?
Sorry
I
to
mean,
tell you that.
what did it look like?
Just like,
Is it getting worse?
I mean, it's impossible to say. I literally just met you.
Uh,
But I mean, based on what you said, like your last one, everyone died.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure did, huh?
Oh man.
okay.
I wish I
Okay.
could help you about that.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It probably
I mean,
won't
now you
happen
know
again.
what it is.
Yeah.
Where are you having this conversation? Just wondering.
Oh, below decks somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he's having like a drink in the galley. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So are you trying to press him for information here, or are you just
I
kind
guess
of?
not I'll be like, I could sense it was from like some other plane. Have you been to other planes lately?
Roll persuasion check for me. He seems very hesitant to divulge information.
I mean, because as you can see, I'm not exactly from this plane either. Like, I'm not going to judge you for where you're
Yeah.
from.
It's. I mean, I'm from this plane. It's just.
Choose wisely.
Sure.
A 7.
Oh, is it a 7?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Good.
I haven't seen you use those die very often.
Oh, did you think it was a
13.
1? Okay.
I
13.
thought it was a 1.
Okay.
A 1 sometimes. Yeah, 13.
Okay. Look, I don't think I have. I had a lot of weird dreams after the first shipwreck, but it was just dreams.
Oh, is that right?
And I mean, just because your dreams tell you to do something doesn't mean that you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's fine. And I can't be the reason for that, for all of the previous shipwrecks, right? I mean, that's not possible, right? Right? Please tell me
Probably
that's
not.
right.
Probably not. It's hard
Okay.
to say. Yeah. But good talk.
Was it?
I think so.
Okay. 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 Yeah, it's fine.
If you ever feel in some kind of way, if you ever feel like the urge to start like drawing on yourself or giving yourself some weird cryptic tattoos or
Yeah.
if you have any more weird dreams, just let us know.
Sure. I don't think I've ever had the urge to draw tattoos. It's
Okay,
just
that's good.
mostly a lot of water, a lot of. Anyway, it's nothing. It's probably nothing. Probably won't be important to anything. Plot wise or side quest wise or. But how about this? If it happens again, would you mind? Can I talk to you about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can come to me about it.
Okay. I'm gonna get another drink. You think?
Okay.
Okay.
Do we still have the vial? Do we have another vial of like dream walking stuff?
So I know in my notes we did get the
Mhm.
condensed essence of
The quarry.
yes, of the quarry spirit. I didn't write down that we used it, but I
No,
feel like
you still
yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
Like so, the way that works, if you recall, is you have the essence of the quarry spirit. So if you were to all drink that potion, you would have a shared dream that would put you into a sort of like demi-plane with the essence of that quarry spirit. And you could either, fight it, try to destroy it, or converse with it. If it's willing, you would basically have direct access to the raw essence of that quarry spirit.
Okay. Okay.
It is like a little captured, like bottled up essence of quarry spirit.
I just didn't know if Kaladar.
Mm-hmm.
Did Kaladar give us more dream potion stuff
Not
before we left? I don't know.
potions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Yeah,
you
we
have
have
the
the
tuning
dream stick.
fork.
We have
yeah.
the dream. Okay, got it. We
So
do it.
because of that, but I mean, he mentioned. Well, I'm not talking to you, but like he mentioned water, and that doesn't really seem up the alley of.
Yeah.
Anyway,
In
he said he'd talk to me.
yeah,
I'm sure he'll talk to me.
you said you're talking to him in the galley.
Yeah.
I don't know. Up to you. Was this during dinner? Like after, before?
I get maybe after dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we're kind of keeping a chronology here, which we don't necessarily have to do, this could have happened at any time, but
Well, I'm mainly wondering because I don't want to like metagame here. I'm hoping to be able to at least be in the same room, not eavesdropping, I guess. Because also like Bryce has secondary mission of trying to spot out shifty crewmates. I'm just wondering if I would have been in this like after training and sparring. If dinner followed that, theoretically I'd be in the galley. It's kind of just what I'm thinking.
yeah, I'd say you.
That's
you know,
why I'm
you
asking about the
potentially could have
chronology.
been.
Because I'm mainly wanting to, because I'm remembering a detail right now that when we first met Emil, nice greasy hair, right?
Like dark, straight, kind of greasy hair.
Could I make an insight check looking at him if this is the same grease I have been dealing with myself?
Head and shoulders should help that.
Yeah, just roll an insight check.
Need a clarifying check.
Not great. Insight is a 12.
A 12. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if it's the same kind of source or effect, or if a hygiene thing.
Yeah. Because that was what I was assuming at first. But
Just based on perception alone, it's hard to tell. You'd have to, get closer to him, or maybe try to talk to him to understand what it is. But you can't just tell from like a distance.
Okay.
The source of his appearance. I guess, if you wanted to call it that.
I'd rather hold off for now, and I'm going to wait until like groups, when I see Saoirse eventually like leave the table from his spot. I'd rather talk to you at that point and be like, what did you talk? That guy seems a little, he seemed a little weird they've seemed a little weird from the start, but like, what'd you guys talk about?
Oh, he's got some bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
Just previous crews and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it feels like some sort of extra planar sort of thing. I told him to talk to me if he's got any problems.
Okay, good. That sounds good. Nothing specific though about like.
He said like water. I tried to check and see if it was like the stuff we've been dealing with. He said he had some weird dreams. Like, so I was like, oh, dreams.
Did you mention anything about those dreams? Just water?
Like there's water in them.
Okay. No specific kinds of water, just like water in general.
He said water.
Okay, that's fair.
Follow up, should I have?
I don't know. I just remember the one time that you and I think it was Treasure Rand, you were like following me into the woods that one night, and then I kind of disappeared for a little bit, and I told you about the old lady thing.
Yeah.
So
you think you have the same grease?
yes, I noticed the grease, and I was wondering if it's the same grease. Yeah, and like my grease started after I started having weird dreams, but my dreams, if there's water, it's like a swampy kind of place, not like an ocean. So that's kind of what I was wondering.
I guess I couldn't also. Gosh, I'm running through these identify spells. If I'm trying to figure out what's on you, if it feels similar.
And that was kind of what I was thinking about. If you wanted to identify me.
Yeah, don't argue with me. Argue with
But if
those
it's
darn
a-
wizards.
But if it's a pearl, I mean, we're in the ocean. Maybe we can find more pearls.
Yeah, they're so abundant.
They're so easy to
I
find.
I know pearls come from water. And we're in the middle of a lot of water.
Yeah.
We got
This
some
is,
days.
Is it easy to find?
I carved a sword out of an automaton's chest. I may be able.
Oh, I forgot to swap your names again. Oops.
What?
Yeah, you're Sarah right now.
Yeah, it's up to you if you think it would help us confirm that I'm really interested just because I don't really know what's going on with me there. But, like, I mean, it seems like the old lady she's nice and she gives me helpful things, just makes me a little greasy. And have red eyes. Does he have red eyes? I want to look at his eyes.
Roll perception. No, he doesn't have
He doesn't have the red eyes, but I get a little less greasy depending on where I am, it seems like.
Yeah, and as you've been sailing
I
further
was
and
kinda
further
gonna
out,
ask.
it's been subsiding a lot.
Okay.
You've
But
noticed that you don't feel like,
Mhm.
well, one, you don't have the hair. It's growing,
So yeah, I really don't
it's
feel.
growing back slowly. Like you got like a little bit of a
Stubble.
stubble kind of
Fuzz.
Yeah, fuzz coming back.
Red fuzz.
But you're not
Like
as
greasy
damp.
fuzz.
Yeah. And your eyes have like the one that was like super red. When you catch yourself in all of the mirrors that are definitely on
Yeah.
the ship,
Everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, a pirate's got to look good.
And a glimpse of my sword as I check myself out.
Yeah. Your porcelain sword, the very reflective, material
Very
of
reflective
porcelain.
surface.
You see the redness is starting to fade, and it's returning to your natural eye color again.
Okay. I mean, that would explain why his eyes aren't red, but his hair is pretty greasy, so maybe... I don't know. So it's up to you if you think it would be worthwhile.
I mean, I just feel like it's probably not a spell, right? And that's kind
yeah.
of what Identify does. And so I got vague stuff from him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I can do it.
Up to you.
Yeah, okay, I pop another pearl.
Pop another pearl.
Okay. So
Figure out what's going on with Bryce.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that was the wording of identify. I would have thought about this sooner.
it's not really in the wording of identify. We're kind of stretching it a little bit because
I think it makes sense.
yeah, because as you find out when you pop this identify on
Pop that pearl.
Bryce.
Pop that pearl, girl.
You discover that Bryce is not affected by a specific spell.
Sure, yeah.
It is a vibe.
Uh-huh.
And it is not as strong as what was on Emil. And whatever power is affecting Bryce feels like it's faded from maybe its full strength. And it seems tied to another power, but this one seems from a different location, a different plane.
So they both have weird vibe-based
Yes.
effects.
Gosh, how to phrase this the right way? I don't know if Identify would tell you this.
I mean, it's
Roll an
fine.
Arcana check. Roll an
Yeah,
Arcana
yeah,
check
yeah,
for me.
sure,
Well, this will give me how much you get from the accumulated shared knowledge of both of these Identify casts.
Synthesizing.
Yeah.
Hey, 14.
16? Okay. Yeah, so for both people, Bryce and Emil, the source of the magical aura that you're seeing around them, that you're detecting around them, is extraplanar in nature. Although different energies. The one that is affecting Bryce is very kind of they both have a deep blue kind of nature to them, although Bryce is more tinged with like green and browns and like this over pervading sense of muck, swamp. There's not just a vibe but a smell associated with Bryce's.
Gross.
Where the longer you looked at Emil's aura, the darker and the deeper blue it became, and the more you felt like you were being almost pulled into it. And there was with a 16, there was more of a vengeful feeling associated with Emil, whereas there's more of a maybe we'll call it familial feeling associated with Bryce's, for lack of a better term.
Same thing?
Different thing.
Ah, dang it. Okay. Well, but this feels...
It makes you feel better. The vibe is like trying to help you.
Okay.
It feels
That's
like
what I'm feeling from
family.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like loving.
I want to point out that familial for some isn't always a good thing.
It's familial.
Or
There
is
is
it a
no
good-
connotation associated with that you're aware of
Family.
at the moment. But
Okay.
yeah, I say
Do you still say the
familial.
family comment then? Do you still say the family?
Yeah, it's like they think of you as family.
I mean, that can't be that bad. I mean, everyone in the Buckling clan's a great. So if this is just another Buckling clan, that's
I mean,
just really.
I did not say that.
Someone can be in your family, but not like in your family.
Yeah.
That's a little confusing to me, but but it's not the same thing though. But as Emil's.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
his feels like vengeful.
Ooh.
Scary.
Scary, vengeful.
Like dark depths.
Should we try to understand? Are we safe?
Oh,
He said if he felt something, he'd talk to you about it, right?
yeah.
I mean, he doesn't feel anything right now.
No.
I mean,
It's probably fine.
Assuming it's probably fine for now. I mean, at least tonight. I don't know. I don't want to. Do you think it would make him uncomfortable if I went and talked to him about the stuff now?
I don't know. Probably, yeah. He seems pretty cagey about it. He doesn't really want to. Seems personal.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll leave for another day. You know, we'll get to know each other a little better first, and then I'll ask him about it. From after that, I'll be fine with that. I think that'd be.
I mean, I'll keep talking to him if you want me to. We'll check in every day.
Yeah, I
See
think
how he's doing.
I think that would be a good idea, just to make sure like our ship doesn't get destroyed really sudden. Yeah. Do you have any ways to like keep an eye on Falca downstairs? That like, because I was gonna ask Rand to leave Rory down there, but I think a literal flame would be pretty noticeable. Just like to keep watch overnight, so that we can still sleep. But I don't trust her or whoever else on the ship is, talking to her. Oh wait, no, it's not someone on the ship. She was trying to communicate long distance, so I still don't trust her.
Okay. So you want me to?
Do you have a? Because I don't want you to not sleep.
I mean, I guess. I'd like to sleep. But
Yeah.
I don't have to.
I was just wondering if you had a way to keep watch with that, but it sounds like no. I will keep watch.
Are you sure?
It sounds like we can do a watch circle.
Yeah, like we can take turns.
Yeah.
A watch party?
Watch party.
Okay, let's have a watch party. I'll go first. Who wants to go second?
Trudge.
I think we get technically with long rest just like 2 hours.
Yeah,
of like
you can all take a watch. Yeah, it's
okay.
Woot.
So we get 6 hours covered.
All right.
And I'll do the other 6.
Oh, that's right, because you just don't even need as much of a long rest. Cool.
Trances, yeah.
Mhm.
Takes half as long.
Then yeah, okay.
Cool.
Okay. So you all take turns taking your watch.
I want to be like positioned in the room in a very. I want to try and be stealthily positioned to where she doesn't know I'm there, and if anyone came down, they wouldn't immediately see me. If I
Roll a
need to
stealth
roll,
check. Yeah.
Nice. I believe it's a 24. Let me just check. Yes, 24.
24. Okay. 24. So yeah, you are very well hidden. You're not wearing your glasses, right?
No.
You're just in the shadows. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you're hiding in the shadows. You're taking the first watch.
Now with dark vision. Yes.
Yeah, with dark vision. Look at you. Okay. So, you stay there for 1 hour. You see nothing happen, and then, in the middle of the second hour, you hear. There's a couple portholes in the area where you are. You hear a tapping at the glass of one of them.
Do I see her
Just,
react?
No, not really.
Gonna peek out the porthole.
You see a beak tapping against it. A beak that is connected to a dark feathered bird.
Oh, it's the. I can open. Yeah, porthole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open it for him because friend.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It hops in and then sits in the little sill and you hear a humanoid voice come out of this bird, just at a whisper.
Okay.
Just, where are you going?
Oh, I mean, we're going to well, I mean, we're going to like a few places, but I mean, we're gonna go like
I'm awake right now.
help.
I know.
We're gonna go like
What?
help a few people, but like ultimately we're trying to get all the way to like we're trying to get to like Pirate Island,
You came all the way back home and you won't come see your granny.
Do I don't have any memories of like a grandmother, right?
No.
My granny, I don't know a Are you my granny?
Come to the swamps. Come see me. Look for the black heron.
I mean, I'm a little far from the swamps now. I'd have to turn all the way around.
Come see me soon. It's been too many years. My, how you've grown.
Thank you. I have been trying really hard to get stronger these past few weeks. So you've known me my whole life?
Of course. I've always known your
Do you-
family.
So you know my mom.
Quite well.
Do you know my dad?
Less well.
Do you know him well enough to know where he is?
Unfortunately, no.
Hmm.
But maybe if you come see me, we can talk about it.
Okay. Do you have like special maps and things?
Not exactly. But if you come to the swamps, I'll send a messenger your way to guide you.
Yeah, I mean, I was always told to stay away from the swamps, so yeah, it would be really helpful to have a guide. I don't know my way
There's
around.
nothing to fear with the swamps.
I feel like I've been growing to learn that more and more. The people were telling me my whole life to be scared of certain things, but I think they just didn't believe that, I could handle it. And I've handled a lot.
You have.
Yeah.
But you promise you'll come see me?
Yeah. Of course. I mean, I need to know all of my family, not just my mom and my dad.
Always were a good boy. How about a parting gift from your granny
Yeah,
before I go?
What? It's a stream of grease.
Feel like a baby bird.
She says, close your eyes.
Okay, it should be fine for just a little bit.
Yeah, you feel a tugging at a fingernail, and then a sharp little pinch of pain.
Ooh, ow.
And then you hear her voice again. Now, think very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Concentrate on that little twinge of pain.
Okay.
And as you focus in on it, you see that your vision begin to fill with sight. Your eyes aren't open, but it feels like they are, and you can see as a very up close, like wide angle view of a
Like a GoPro.
of a heron's beak as it hops over to Falca's cell, and then all of a sudden you are tumbling through the bars of the cell, and you hit the floor, and you like a camera being dropped on the ground or a phone being dropped on the ground, and you're like, the camera just kind of bounces a couple times, and then you have this like angled view of Falca's cell, and you can see everything in it as if you were in it.
Oh, wow. What? Oh my gosh, wait. And I'm going to open my eyes and see, look at my hand where I felt that pain.
You're missing a fingernail on one finger.
Ow.
Oh, wow. Okay, so.
It'll grow back.
Oh, it grows back?
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've never. That's good. Wow, thank you so much. I was wondering if I had a way to do this, and this is exactly what I needed.
What an oddly specific thing to wonder.
Well, I mean, maybe not via fingernail, but being able to keep watch on her at all times without really needing to be here.
Of course. It's just a parting gift from me. If you want more, come see me.
I'll definitely come and see. We have to wrap up here, but I'm gonna come and see you as soon as I can.
Wonderful. You be safe out there.
You too, Granny Crow, Granny Heron.
Goodbye. And then she just flies out the porthole.
Okay. I really like test out, close my eyes again, and I see the
Vision floods back into your sight.
I'm gonna walk actually outside of the space now
Okay.
and just like let. Why did I get sick? But yeah, I'm gonna walk out of the space and just find who's next on watch. Is it Rand or Saoirse?
It'll probably be Rand because Saoirse's getting up soon, probably.
That's right.
Wait, did Falca see or hear any of this?
No.
Okay.
Stealth.
Oh, jeez.
I'll find Rand wherever Rand is, and I'll be like, "Hey, just so you know, I'm gonna retreat to my quarters, but you still go to your watch at your normal time.
Mm-hmm.
I got it." And I'm just gonna walk out.
What?
I'm gonna go to my captain's quarters and kind of just like sit there with my eyes closed
So,
for the rest of my watch.
for the very small amount of information as that was, Rand's gonna go ahead and go to the watch, assuming that's what that meant.
I see. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be so cool with this last half of my watch. What is Rand doing? No, it's gonna watch for an hour like this.
And my assumption is Falca's asleep.
Yeah, she's
Then, yep, I'm gonna do a watch.
Okay. Your watch passes uneventfully
Whoop.
tonight. And then you hand off to Saoirse as well.
By this point, I'll be asleep, so not monitoring anymore.
Okay. So Saoirse, I'll need you to roll a perception check. Sure. Since there is no secondary monitoring from our freaky little Bryce.
Sneaky or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, this person is asleep.
Yeah.
And she is asleep. She's not in trance. She's actually sleeping.
Ooh.
Nothing much else to do for her right now.
We did take her paper.
An 11. You don't see anything untoward. She moves around a bit when you come in, maybe coming in and out of wakefulness, but you don't seem to see her doing anything suspicious.
Sure.
And then your watch passes as well, and the morning comes.
No, it's time for Savannah to take over.
And
What?
I don't remember. Whoop.
all right, so Rand
Rand goes to sleep.
dematerializes, and morning comes, and a new day has dawned. I need one more roll for the new day. So D20, please.
I'll do it.
I rolled last time.
Do you want me to re-roll if I hit a dice?
Nope.
Okay, 14.
14. Alrighty.
That's
So
the bad one.
roll a D100 for me.
Oh my. No, it's not sitting out waiting for me, so fine. I'll do 2d10s because all my percentage die are in my bag. 10s, 1s. 49.
49. Okay. So a 49. Oh, this will be interesting. Okay. So,
I wake up stretching. I can't wait to learn how to sail today.
yeah, you wake up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. It's like music is playing, like the song of a beautiful, beautiful choir,
Mm-hmm.
a trio of beautiful voices singing to you,
Wow.
waking you from slumber. You follow those voices out onto the deck.
Saoirse, it's so early.
Saoirse, you hear some music playing too, and it's just so invigorating. You feel so just ready to seize the day.
Mm-hmm.
And you try to place where the music is coming from. And then, one moment. I need you to roll wisdom saving throws for me.
Just wondering, is this a spell?
No.
Okay. I
It's
do
not a
have
spell.
advantage on the saving throw then.
Is this
Wisdom save.
involved in, like, a charmed condition?
It might be, which
I have
you are.
advantage on that.
Yeah. So roll with
I
advantage.
failed that. I rolled a 3
Okay.
plus 0. 9.
Well, 9. So, wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I have any kind of way to help that out. So, so the 9.
11.
11. Okay. So Saoirse, we'll start with Bryce. Bryce, you hear the song wash over you, and you just stand there enraptured by the notes. Amazing. Saoirse, you start to feel the same thing, and then you like shake your head, and like a couple of the notes hit a weird dissonance for you, and all of a sudden the appeal of the song fades, and it just sounds like raucous squawking and
I mean,
harsh
like,
noise.
It's innovative. It's like,
It's
intense,
phenomenal.
But like, I don't think I could listen to this like casually.
Oh
I could
my
probably analyze
Gosh,
this
I
and
mean,
feel
where
like-
are they? I'm about to welcome them onto the crew. I want to go up and find where these
As
voices.
you talk about going up and finding it, you hear a scream from above, Janice's voice, as you look up and you see 3 harpies.
Janice!
One with a claw wrapped around Janice up in the crow's nest. 2 more on the sails that are swooping down to attack.
Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna pick up there next week.
Janice!
Don't attack those beautiful
Don't attack
things.
Janice! Janice,
No,
stop!
don't stop their song.
You're in their way. That's why they're grabbing at you.
Very good. We will be back maybe next week. We'll see. Yeah, hopefully. But we'll keep you updated, probably.
God willing, in the creek don't rise.
Oh, that creek is
Rising.
rising.
Ain't that right?
But thank you for hanging out this week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I need to figure out a better sign off. Goodbye and all this
That's
screaming
why
bye.
the chorus of buys is the best sign off.
It is a good sign off.
Bye. Nope, not gonna. Wow. Here
Were
I
you
am.
trying to start like
audience.
a harmony?
alone here.